Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
Welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. It's your boy King hanging out with you, along with your good friend Jimbo right over there. And we have got ourselves what should be a pretty good doozy here for Thursday night. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens, clad in their all-purple alternate uniforms with the brand new purple alternate helmet, which I think looks, I like the helmet. I think it looks good. I like the forward-facing Raven more than I like the side-facing Raven. But anyway, again, uniform nerd talk for a second. I'm sorry. That's just what I do. Anyway, sorry. Kind of been absent for a couple days here. Had a bad tooth. Still have a bad tooth. Still kind of feel like shit. But I'm not missing a live football game. What are we, serious here? Play through the pain, baby. Come on. Pain is weakness leaving the body. We all know that. We'll get the countdown out to you at some point. Maybe we'll do the tomorrow. And I made graphics. The graphics are there. I hit my elbow on the desk. God, the pain doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, Jimbo. How are we doing tonight, Jim?
All right, pretty good. I should say I was pretty good till Tampa Bay Lightning scored a wide open net goal there. I got the Flyers on TV on the side.
Oh, what are the Philadelphia Flyboys doing?
Well, I want to see how they play because Torts scratched our rookie for whatever reason tonight. So
I thought I did. I saw it on Twitter today. Yeah, that he was scratched, healthy scratch.
Yeah, a lot of people are not happy, and I'm one of them. I mean, the kid has 10 points in 13 games. So, I mean, he knows how to play. It's not like he's been in a slump or something. But
no, maybe it was something more behavioral. Maybe it was like he got a little too big for his britches and, Torch was like, hey, listen, comrade, take a seat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let me see what's going on. Currently, my Devils are playing, by the way. The Montreal Canadiens currently, and we are beating those Frenchies, as you would like to say, 2-0 currently, with 17:40 remaining here in the second period. So, let's go Devils. And we're just getting ready for that as well. Also, quick note here, a bit of a sad note as we're getting ready to watch Thursday Night Football as we see Kirk Herbstreit there. The goodest of boys, Ben, apparently he passed away today. And he had to put him down. That's been going across Twitter everywhere, and just a universal feeling of sadness. You saw him everywhere. He was you saw him a couple times on the broadcast this year, up in the booth there with Kirk, and during ESPN College game days and stuff, and during those broadcasts as well, you'd see Ben there, and as somebody who's lost a dog before, anybody who's had that or anything like that understands. I mean, I saw Scott Van Pelt reply to him and, remind us of his whole story, and I remember that from a couple of years ago, which was a very moving tribute from SVP for his dog, Otis. So, just wanted to give a shout-out to Kirk and a big rest in peace there to Ben, the goodest of boys, and, just a sad pull over tonight's game. But yeah, just wanted to acknowledge it. Yeah, I've acknowledged it. He was a cute dog. I love dogs. We don't deserve dogs in this life. But he was a good dog. Hamster joining us in the chat right now. He says the Bengals are going to win this game. They need it more. Well, I'll tell you what. If the Bengals win this game, the whole thing about Bengals season's over. Bengals season's over. They're in too big of a hole to come out of it. It's like, all right, well, shit. Here we go with the Bengals again, because they'll be right back into it. And then, again, the question of inconsistent Ravens comes up.
Yeah.
Because they would have lost to the Browns, then they would have destroyed the Broncos, and then they would have lost to the Bengals. Like, that's the inconsistent Ravens. So we'll see. Can the Ravens maintain the way they're playing? The Bengals' defense is not how it was back in the day. That I would say, not exactly working fantastic as it has been known to in the past couple of years. So how they're able to handle Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. I believe Isaiah Likely is out for this game, so that's something. But I picked the Ravens for this game. Again, you would have heard that on the main podcast yesterday if I had been a part of it, although Jimbo did put it out. Nice little condensed version if you want to go listen to that. That is available here as well on Stay Tuned Sports because, again, truth killing. But yes, I picked the Ravens. Who did you pick in this game, Jimbo?
I believe I picked the Bengals because I think what I said was they have been playing a little bit better as of late.
They have.
And
Absolutely.
the last time that they played the Ravens earlier this season, they went to overtime, and I believe the Ravens won. So I picked the Bengals to split the series for the season.
Well, we'll see. Again, boy, if the Ravens lose this game, I may not pick them the rest of the year.
And that's the thing with me too. I'm just thinking now. I've been the past few weeks believed in them that they're a good team. I might have to be like you. If they lose here, I might have to be like, you know what?
You're gonna have to prove it to me. You're gonna have to put 3 games together where you play well, and then I'll put it together. Because you can't hamster in the chat says Jimbo has some sense. That's the first time that's ever been said about Jimbo in the history of ever.
Yes.
But again, it's not. Can the Bengals win tonight? Absolutely. I don't think that's a question. I don't think that's that's not an overreaction. That's not an impossibility. I 1,000% think that they can win. Will they? That's the Ravens have shown that when the Ravens play right, can be something. And again, Denver's defense was no slouch. Yeah. Denver's defense was good, and they eviscerated them. But then again, you go back to just a couple weeks ago, and they lost to the Browns, who got destroyed by the Chargers last week. So this is what I'm talking about. Inconsistent. Can the Ravens remain consistent and actually win this game? Put together a couple games to win here. We will see. But here comes the kickoff. And the Bengals are going to be the first team with it as that goes into the end zone for a dynamic touchback. The Bengals wearing their orange tiger-striped helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. The Ravens wearing their new alternate purple helmets, purple jerseys, and purple pants. They are purpled out. They're in Baltimore. Gotta say, love the helmet. I do. I like it. If they went with that as the permanent helmet, I would not be disappointed. It looks nice. So here we go. First and 10.
To the Willy Wonka factory.
Are you saying they look like Violet Beauregard? They ate the blueberries there.
Yeah.
So here we go. First and 10. Well, Violet was the one that ate the blueberries, right? Or that she got built. I think that was Violet Beauregard. Anyway.
Yeah.
First down and 10. That's going to be caught by Brown out of the backfield, and that's going to be good for about 7 or 8 yards. Second down coming up here. Oh, hamster again. Yes, the round gay tiger. Second and 3, so it was only 7. Second and 3 coming up here for the Bengals. By the way, if you don't understand the whole gay tiger thing, you have to go back to last week's live streams. It was a day. It was a very long day. So here we go. Joe Burrow, play action pass, looks, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. First down. Chase with the catch. Gain of about 6 yards. And the chains will move. 14:08 here in the first quarter. Bengals, of course, have the ball first here. They got the kickoff, and they have already got a first down.
And with T. Higgins being out, I wonder if they're going to be...
That's a big problem, too. That's the other reason why I kind of went with the Ravens, too. You're missing a massive part of your offense. So here we go. First and 10 now from the 43.5-yard line here. About more like 43 even. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be good for about a yard and no further as they are carrying Brown like a child into the backfield. The disrespect. Granted, he is kind of small. Kind of
And the
has
funny
a.
part, like he ran to his lineman there, and if he would have bounced to the right, it was a big ass hole right there.
Uh,
Would have got more than a yard.
yeah, but you can't. Like when you're in the middle of a bunch of thick linemen's assholes, you can't really see once you hit your hole, you're there. Especially when you're that small, you can't see over everybody's butt cheeks. So.
Yeah, that's true.
So here we go. 2nd and 9. Burrow back throws incomplete. Play broken up by Humphrey.
I mean, the ball was
Pecan in the chat. What's up, Pecan?
What's up, Pecan? Good break up there.
No, it was a good defensive play. I mean, well, Humphreys has been one of the better defensive players. Jermaine Burton, by the way, was the intended receiver on that play. 3rd and 9 now. Here for the Bengals. Here comes the snap. Burrow's back. He steps up into the pocket. He's going to throw. Caught
Nice pass.
by Chase. Was he over the line? Let's take a look. I don't think he was, but my eyes were closed. I don't know. Not that they were closed, but it was close to my eyes. That's what I mean. I'm not an official. My eyes weren't closed. Yeah,
And
so
how's that go? The body could be across, but the ball
everything
cannot.
you have to have the whole body across the line.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. That foot was right on the line, so I think he's good. So that gets him all the way down to the Ravens' 30-yard line on the play. Big play for the Bengals. Handoff here on 1st down to Brown. Brown gets hit in the backfield. He does turn up the field and get about a yard and a half on the carry, which is better than the 3-yard loss he was about to have. Pecan in the chat with a "Let's go Burrow" there, and I think that is maybe a tip-off as to who he might be rooting for in this game. As they go back and we're looking at the play to Chase. Joe Burrow waited to the very last minute to let that ball go. 2nd and 8, it's going to be another handoff. This is going to get up to about the 25-yard line on the carry by Brown. So it's going to be 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and a long 4. Bengals going hurry up here. 3rd and long 4 is the call here. Burrow is stepping up to the line, calling out an audible.
Take a picture.
Saying click, 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 click. Old school Kodachrome there. Play clock at 13. Lots of time still here for the Bengals as they set up. Snap. Burrow. Back. Looks. Throws over the middle. Caught! Wide open. And that's going to be Andre. I always hate his name. Iosivas? I don't know. I know there's probably somewhere to say it. I haven't heard his name, though, so I'm dumb.
Iosiva.
Iosiva.
I think the S would be silent.
Maybe. So it's either Iosivas or Iosiva. I would say Iosiva sounds better. That would seem more correct, but...
Yeah.
So here we go. 1st and goal now from the 5-yard line. Bengals looking to punch it in here on their first drive. Burrow takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws to his left. Caught! Down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, okay. Wow.
They're trying to say incomplete, but they're saying that he completed the catch out of bounds. So I guess. I don't know.
That was... Yeah, I don't know.
It's the NFL. Nobody knows what the fuck a catch is still.
Exactly. One toe tap from 1 foot counts as a catch on Sundays with the moon. Oh, is he going to challenge?
No, that's not. Oh, are we going to have a challenge? And he is. Yeah. He throws the challenge flag. They're going to say, is that worth a challenge? 2.5 yards? Is that really like? And especially if it's, let's see, knees down. He has it and then knee down. That's a completion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it comes out there, but catch there, has possession there, then knee down there.
And then it pops up.
And then it pops out. And I know the whole through the process of the catch, but once you make that kind of football move and then the knees down, Once the knees down, like if you're looking at knee, like to me, I think once knees down, knees down.
Yeah, and even like if it's the ball popping up out of the air is what he's trying to say. He was even touching. It seemed like he was even touching the white of the out of bounds before
Right.
the ball even popped up. So you could even said he was out of bounds too.
So I don't understand, and I'm with Hamster in the chat as well. Even if so, you're talking about a difference of what 2-3 yards when you're on the, like it's already first and goal from the 5 anyway. Like that's that's a waste of a challenge to me. That's a waste of a challenge. Pecan says, got me some extra whiskey in case of overtime. We had that Monday night there with the Chiefs. What a hell of a game. And again, hats off to the Bucks. It doesn't help because, they've lost, 4 games in a row? I forget what it was. But, a hell of a game, entertaining game. Another game they lose in overtime. They lost to the Falcons, of course, earlier in the year, which we did cover right here on Stay Tuned Sports, in overtime. And now 0 for 2 in overtime for Baker and the Bucks. I like this commercial. I don't know why.
Jeez, I wonder why.
But
I did like Baker's reaction of the coin toss.
yeah, where he was just, oh God, we're never going to see the ball. Damn it! You knew it. You knew it.
What's your feelings about that? I know
It should be. Listen, it should be. It should be the same in the postseason as it is in the regular season. So in the postseason, either have it as the touchdown ends the game, or in the regular season, have it be both teams get at least one possession no matter what. That's it. Just simplify it. Why are there 2 different rules for 2 different times of the year? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it. Yeah. And if, I was kind of a fan of the sudden death overtime as it was, personally. I was like, if you don't want them to win, if you don't want them to score, fucking stop them. I do like the fact that the only thing I would have done is to say that if it's a field goal, the other team still gets a possession, because having it as a field goal, the way kickers are now, they can kick 60 goddamn yards. So they are saying it's a catch, so it doesn't fucking matter. See, dumb challenge. He loses the challenge. You lose a timeout. Dumb. That's by Harbaugh. That's dumb. So here we go. Second and goal from the 2-yard line now. Play action. Burrow back. Looks, throws, steps up, floats to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. That's going to be 3rd and goal coming up here for the Buccaneers. Zero Solar back in the chat. How we doing? ELS in the chat. Hey, man. Oh, everybody's jumping in the chat now. I've been missing everybody. ELS, good to see you back in here as well. Hamster says, Giants and Panthers. Can the Giants actually get a win? I don't know. But we will find out live at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, as I will be covering it right here on Stay Tuned Sports. So if you want to come watch a grown man be miserable, that is the time to do it. 3rd and goal. And officials are coming in, waving their arms in the air like they just don't care. And the Ravens are going to take their 2nd timeout now.
And I did double check. The Eagles-Cowboys game is a 4:00 game this week.
Okay. So yeah, and that will definitely be the game that we watch.
Yeah.
As we'll see if the Eagles can go up there and beat old Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm nervous.
Hey man,
It'll be a big game for Zeke.
Cooper can get you. Cooper can get you. That's Cooper we're talking about. So here we go. 3rd and goal. Burrow back to throw. Rolls out to his right. He's running, and he just throws this away. It'll be 4th and goal. And the Bengals are they going for it?
Yeah,
yes, they are. Burrow's on the field.
Good call. I like this call.
This early, you want to maybe set a tone. I'm usually a take the points guy, but against this team at home, yeah, I think you're on the road if you're the Bengals. Yeah, you give it a shot, see what happens.
And I'm just so used to seeing going forward on 4th down from
from your guy there. So But we'll see here. Burrow takes a snap back, looks, getting chased. Oh boy, he's running out of space and time. Throws incomplete. Had him open, and we have a flag down in the end zone though. Flag down. If this is interference or holding, it's an automatic first down, and it'll be basically right at the 1. Holding on the defense. 5-yard penalty, or at least in this case, half the distance to the goal, which would be the 1-yard line, and an automatic first down. So the Bengals get a fresh set of downs on the hold on whoever was covering Jamar Chase there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He was holding him all the way at that point, and Chase is trying to get him off him. He's like, "Get off me, Stevens!" But it wasn't. So 1st and goal from the 1. Burrow under center. Hands off. Run. Touchdown. Cincinnati Bengals.
And ELS, it would be an easy win for the Eagles if we weren't going up against the Cowboys and Nick Sirianni.
It's funny how you say you're going up against the Dallas Cowboys and Nick Sirianni, as if Nick Sirianni is on the Cowboys, as if he's going to be somebody that is going up against you, trying to prevent you from winning, which is something that Nick Sirianni does. So
we're the only NFL team that has to play the team, outplay the team, and outplay our coach.
You have to outplay your own coach, yes. Like I said, the Eagles are winning despite of Sirianni, not because of him.
Yeah.
So here we go. The extra point being set up right now. The snap, the hold, the kick is... it was drifting, but it is good. And so the Bengals get an opening drive touchdown thanks to a holding penalty in the end zone against the Ravens. But a good drive from the Bengals to open this one up. 7-0 Cincinnati over Baltimore. Hamster says, nice. I would still always take the points in the first step. I'm a believer in that as well, Hamster, but there's something about this game. Maybe, again, I don't hate this call at that time. Like, this is fine. Because even if you miss it, then you get the Ravens down on their own 2-yard line or whatever it was. Like, it's... And listen, it worked out in their favor, so... All's well that ends well,
And Hamster, if I was the Bengals, I would have went for 2 points there. Just like a certain...
Just like Nick, or Brian Dable. Right? Brian Dable does it all the time, too. It's like, in the end, if we get the 2 points here, then we don't have to do it later. You know what I mean? At some point, we might need to. You fucking asshole. Fat, bald, Ozempic sucking fucker.
I won't poke you too much because I know you're in pain.
Zero Solar says, don't the Bears also need to outplay their... Well, they need to outplay... They need to outplay their quarterback. They need to outplay their coach. They need to outplay... they need to outplay DJ Moore. They need to outplay a lot. Like the Bears have a lot of problems, and again, I think people got the overinflated thought about who they were because of the games they won against the Jaguars and the Panthers over in London, or and they won some other one. Like it's like they were bad teams. They look good against bad teams, but they struggled against Washington, whose defense isn't great. And it took them into the last 30 seconds for them to get a touchdown. Fuck. Daniel Jones threw a touchdown against them at MetLife, and Daniel Jones hasn't done that in 2 fucking years. So that shows you where Washington's offense is. And again, the Giants scored 3 touchdowns on them in Washington earlier in the year. So again, this is not a great defense that the Commanders had, but meanwhile, the Bears struggled with them. So, I mean, the Bears have a lot of problems still. The idea that the Bears were going to be a playoff team this year was an unrealistic one. And people that had that and are now pissed that, we're not being as good as I thought we were supposed to be. You have a rookie quarterback that is a little fragile, and it was going to take time. This is what I mean. I don't know why they held on to Eberflus. I would not have had Eberflus still there with my rookie quarterback. I would have done a clean slate, because guess what? Now you're going to fire Eberflus at the end of this season, and then he's going to have to start all over with another head coach, and then it's going to be like, it's the bad way to do it.
Yeah.
So here is the opening kick here now for the Bengals after their touchdown, and that is going to be a dynamic kickoff. So here comes Lamar Jackson, and the purple-clad Baltimore Ravens. Again, I do like this. I like the purple helmet, even if they went back to like having the black jerseys and the white pants or whatever, or just the purple jerseys and the white pants or black pants or whatever. I like the purple helmets.
I like the matte, like the matte.
I like
finish
I like the matte purple. Yeah,
yeah.
I do like the matte purple. Oh, this tooth is still in Panham, so let me tell you that. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Fakes the handoff here to Derrick Henry. Big ball from Lamar down the field. Broken up, incomplete.
If 29 could have timed that jump a little bit better, that was intercepted.
That would have been. That was kind of floated there a little bit. ELS happy with the pass. Hey, listen, yeah, just take a little time, lick your wounds from that Lions game, and get back to it. You get a little time again. Jordan Love gets a little time to heal the groin up, and not in a Deshaun Watson way. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe he does it consensually. I don't know.
And maybe not to throw pick six to the defense.
Just randomly, yeah. Just I think I'm gonna get sacked. Let me go. Woo!
Jesus.
Pulling a Will Levis here. Again, Derrick Henry just dragging motherfuckers with him. Gets a gain of about 6 yards on 2nd down. So it's going to be 3rd and about 4 coming up here for the Ravens. ELS in the chat said the Bears have to outplay everybody. Yeah, that was kind of the point I was saying. On their team and the other team, the Bears have to just outplay everybody. Handoff here on 3rd down, and just kind of get back to the line of scrimmage. That wasn't Derrick Henry on the run, but it doesn't matter. 4th down and 4 coming up here. That was Justice Hill with the carry.
I want to see this because it looked like almost like a face mask, like a small face. Yeah.
He got the hand across it. But we know how the referees have been with face masks this year. So I'm not surprised by it at all, by any of it. So 4th and 4. So the Ravens on their first drive go 3 and out. This could be something. Punt is away, and that's going to be down at the 10-yard line. It looks like is where it goes out. Maybe up at the 11, we'll see. But here comes Joe Burrow with about 90 yards to pay dirt on this drive. We're going to see how they do here. Again, my name is King. That's good for Jimbo right over there. This is Stay Tuned Sports as we're covering Thursday Night Football as we do every single primetime game for the NFL right here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're watching, and why wouldn't you like watching a fat, bald man curse all the time and Jimbo interject with his lovely anecdotes and also pissing me off about Brian Daboll. Oh, Joe Burrow! 1st down and 10. He gets hit from behind. He does get the ball away. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lucky to get away with that. But away there with the pressure on Joe Burrow. But yes, if you do like what you're watching, please hit that like button. Helps us out tremendously. Thank you so very much with the YouTube algorithm. Also sharing us around to all the eyeballs that you know would help us out as well. Friends, family, people you know, people you don't know, people you love, people you hate, whoever it is, helps us out tremendously. And of course, if you're watching us and are not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Chat room's open, by the way, if you're watching. Come on in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Water's fine. 2nd and 10, Joe Burrow's back to throw, rolls out to his right. He's trying to direct traffic there. Oh! Almost intercepted. Threw it right at Washington, who just dropped it, which is why he plays defense. And so we have 3rd and 10 coming up now for the Bengals.
He did his best Jordan Love imitation there.
A little bit there. He was trying to tell, they're telling receivers, go this, go that way, go this way, go that way, then turns, throws, and a little bit more concentration there from Washington. And that would have been an interception. ELS has a message for the people who are new or not in the chat yet, by the way. He says, for new people in the chat, we have reached the 2 guys arguing the Eagles and Giants and refs so much that you will hate the Eagles, the Giants, and refs. Oh. Pecan says, I challenge anybody with $20 donated to kick him off of the mountain, as Pecan is currently the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to our donation. And if you do want to help the show out more directly, we do have a link for our donation station in the top of the chat, which is open right now, like I said. Also in the description below this video. And again, when you are the leader in the clubhouse, when you're the top donator, you get your name right there in the ticker that you see scrolling on the bottom right there. So if you want to, you go right ahead. Pecans challenge you to do it. But again, any and all donations, you're going to get yourself a shout out because we appreciate everything and all the support. 3rd and 10, Joe Burrow back to throw, overthrows Chase. He's looking for a flag, and he gets one. Oh, I didn't think he was going to get one, but indeed he does. And that's going to be flag number 2 on the Baltimore Ravens, and the second flag of the game. Both on the Baltimore Ravens, one for holding and one for, he pulled the shoulder pad.
Yeah.
And that'll be called all the time. You can't put your hands in the air and be like, what, Wiggins? Come on.
Yeah, when you see that jersey get a little tugged there, it's hard to argue that.
Yeah, no, it's often illegal to do a little tug, as we know from Deshaun Watson. 1st and 10 now after the penalty up at the 23-yard line. Gesicki in motion. It's going to be a pitch to Brown out of the backfield, and he's going to stay on his feet and get all the way to the 30-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Bengals.
Yeah, big week last week.
27 rushes, 120 yards, averaging 4.4 carry versus the Raiders last week. But, again, that's the Raiders.
That's true, yeah.
They have Max Crosby, and that is it. So here we go, 2nd and 3. Burrow, play action pass. Steps up into the pocket. He does throw it to Brown. It's going to be a first down as he gets about a gain of 6 on the play. Needed to get 3, and he got 3 past the sticks. So fresh set of downs, move the chains there for the Bengals. And that's another reason why I still want the chain gang and not that sensor, man. You get a first down, you can't say move the chains. What are you going to say? Move the chip? No, fuck that. Keep the chains, baby. I want them chains. Give me the chain gang. If we get a better look at Mike Brown still in game. Not Mike Brown, but where's Mike Brown? I can't remember his first name. Again, I'm in pain. Deal with me. Joe Burrow back. He hands it off here to Brown again. Big gain for Brown as he gets about 7 yards. Again, but we have a flag. This might be the first one against the Cincinnati Bengals.
And that's Chase Brown, by the way.
And there we go. Chase Brown, thank you very much. But that is indeed a hold against the Bengals. That's going to move him back 10 yards. 1st and 20. I'm going to be coming up here for Cincinnati. Oh, by the way, also, if you wanted to know, also in the chat and in the description below this video, pinned right there with the donation station, is our merch store, which is open and available right now. New stuff coming in there all the time. We have a lot of the 8-bit helmet stuff is in there, releasing more stuff all the time. If you have an idea or a suggestion about something you'd like to see in the store, make so in chat, and I'll see what I can do for you. Throw to Gesicki. Gesicki's going to make up all that ground and get back up. No, that's not the first. That can't be the first down. That's got to be close to, that's got to be the original line of scrimmage. That's not 20 yards.
Yeah.
So that's about a 10-yard gain. Yeah, you got about 9 yards. So 2nd and 11 coming up. But still, massive gain and helps them get closer there and makes it a little bit more manageable. So 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Bengals after the 9-yard catch by Gesicki. Snap. Taken by Burrow. He throws. This is going to be caught. And it's going to be about 1.5 yards to maybe 2 yards short.
So with
Tanner
already
Hudson there with the catch. Sorry about that, Jimbo.
So already with 3 flags in the game, should we open up a over-under for the game?
I usually try to do over under any three. I think three flags with 448 here, 447, 446. That's not terrible yet. We'll see how it goes. Because so far they've been three obvious calls. It's been no bad calls yet. If anything, they missed the face mask. It could be four. So
That's true.
So here we go. 3rd and 2. Burrow back to throw. Snap throws. That's going to be complete. And it is caught. He steps out of bounds, but it is enough for a first down for Jamar Chase.
That was a good pickup by the running back there on the blitz.
Yeah, Chase Brown. So you have Jamar Chase and Chase Brown. You have Jamar Chase Brown. You can merge them together if they do the fusion dance. Kamehameha. Any Dragon Ball fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. There was nothing like watching 30 episodes to move 5 minutes in actual story time. But still, handoff here to Brown again, and he's going to get, again, about 7 yards, 3 yards short of the first down. He's picking up almost 7 yards a carry here in these last couple carries here by Brown and the Bengals, as they are just matriculating the ball down the field.
And this is the best way to keep Derrick Henry from breaking off big plays.
20 plays, 115 yards, and 9 minutes and 48 seconds of time of possession already for Cincinnati. The Ravens have a minute of possession time and 3 plays because they went 3 and out. So the Bengals just controlling this first quarter so far. Burrow back, throws off the fingertips of Allahu Akbar. I don't know. My man's name is giving me fits. It's giving me fits. Why can't you have a normal name? Ayosava. I'm going to go with Ayosava. It's probably wrong, but I'm going to say it. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just saying. Third and 3 now coming up here. Joe Burrow back. Looks, throw. Nope, look to throw. He's not. He's going to pull up. Now he does throw to the sideline. Incomplete for Gesicki. He gets up looking for a flag. Does not get it this time. 4th and 3 for the Bengals. And they're going to go for it. They're kind of in that no man's land. So I get, again, normally, you know how I feel about my guys going for it on 4th down and do something like that. But in this area of the field, this is the area where punting it, you know, because if it goes into the end zone, you don't get any gain. And there's a good chance of that happening. If you miss it and don't get it, like, again, you're only 10 yards off of where it would be on a touchback. I'm okay with it. I don't mind these calls or 4th down plays here. But 4th and 3. Burrow in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws. Deep ball. Way overthrows. Wow. That was going towards Burton, but incomplete. Turnover on downs. I don't know what happened there. Miscommunication. Just overshot him. No idea. But the Bengals' second drive ends with no points. Turnover on downs. And the Ravens will get the ball right at about their own 39-yard line to start their second drive of the game. First time, they went 3 and out. Will they do better on this one? Yeah, Zero Solar says, I've heard Yoshivas. Don't know how correct it is, though.
Yoshivas.
Yoshivas. I guess. I'll run with that. At least it's something.
Yeah.
At least it's some idea. You know, I'm just some dumb Irish German bastard from New Jersey. I don't know all these exotic language names. You know. I don't know. It sounds what? Probably like Latin, Portuguese, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. It doesn't sound so much Spanish as it looks Portuguese to me. It looks like Brazilian, Portuguese, something like that.
Yeah.
If I had to make a guess, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'll make an assumption too.
With me watching UFC and everything, I should be able to.
You might be able. Yeah, that's what I mean. You'd be more apt to pick that up with. Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody mentioned here in the chat the other day that we're coming up on John Bone Jones and Miocic's coming up.
Yeah.
You going to be covering that? You going to watch that?
Yeah, that one because that may be a retirement match for both guys. That's the
Loser
real
leaves town match.
yeah, just like the old 1990s WWF.
Yeah, man, back in the day, those are the great ones. I love those.
Yeah.
Loser leave town matches.
And then 3 months later, they come back
And then they come back and just be like, I thought about it and I said, what the hell? Oh, I'm coming back. ELS in chat says Zach Taylor is one of the coaches on the hot seat. And this is why. Bad plays on fourth down and terrible clock management. I don't know how much that's on Zach Taylor or how much that is on Joe Burrow or the players just either with a miscommunication, play didn't happen the way you wanted it to, or anything like that. Like, I'm not, I don't want to jump to conclusions. Now, again, if that was Brian Daboll, it was clearly because Brian Daboll doesn't know how to call plays and is a piece of shit. But for Taylor, I don't know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now because he's not Brian Daboll. He doesn't suck Ozempic like it's a fucking popsicle. So we have somebody who that's going to be offsides on the Ravens. And just seeing the one Bengals defensive player go over and is like, it's on you. So 1st and 15 now coming up here for the Ravens. I'm sorry. Small little things like that just make me happy. Listen, I haven't even taken my medicinal cannabis for the pain yet, so I'm not even loopy from that anyway. 1st and 15 here. This is from the 41-yard line-ish. I'm sorry, not from the 36-yard line-ish. Sorry. And that's going to be Derrick Henry. He's going to get back up near the 40-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 4 yards. 2nd and 11 coming up here. And
Pecan, real quick. John Jones is the Kansas City Chiefs. You got to pick him till he loses, basically. So I'll be going John Jones.
Especially if he's juicing.
Yeah.
If he's juicing, he's unstoppable. 2nd and 11. Lamar Jackson, play action here. Looks, throws over the middle, floats it up, and that's going to be caught. Mark Andrews, first down in Bengals territory near about the 43-yard line. So the Ravens get their first down of the game. Lamar with a little bit of the high arcing rainbow shot there.
And this is not like what the Bengals wanted. They needed another 3 and out from the Ravens.
Yeah. And you thought, again, you get the 5-yard penalty on first down. You might get it. Throw incomplete. Zay Flowers coming out of the backfield. Pass was just a little too far ahead of him from Lamar Jackson. 2nd and 10 coming up. Minute 40 left here in the first quarter. Fast move in the quarter.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that first drive with the Bengals, that probably took about 5 or 6 minutes off.
And the second drive, too. They ran a lot. They've been running a lot with Brown. Ate up a lot of clock. So here we go. 2nd down and 10. Lamar in shotgun. Takes the snap. Was thinking about the screen. Now gets chased out of the pocket. Running towards his right. He's going to pull it down, run it himself, and he's going to get a first down.
A little jawing going on there.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that was a little drawn or that was like, hey man, I respect you. Hey, I respect you too. That's a good run. Yeah, good job. Like you never can tell. It didn't look too antagonistic, but
yeah,
sometimes you could tell when it's antagonistic and not. So here we go on first. They didn't call the first down, and I don't think they got it there. They handed it off there to. That's not Henry. That's Hill. No, that's not Hill. Who the fuck is that? But we have a flag on the play no matter what it is. And it's going to be too many men on the Bengals. So it doesn't matter. 5-yard penalty, first down. It was 3rd and 1 they called it. I thought Lamar had gotten a first down. They marked him a yard short. And Yep, Bengals player could not get off the field in time before it was snapped. Too many men. Bengals, costly penalty. And that's a first down there for the Ravens. Lou Anarumo, he's been under a lot of fire this season as the Bengals defense has not performed up to usual snuff there. Pass by Lamar to Zay Flowers. He keeps inside. He was going to go out of bounds, but he dances his way to a first down. Finally gets taken down after a 10-yard gain. And that'll be another Ravens first down. 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. As time is ticking down.
And it seems like the Ravens offense is finally, like, I know it's only their second drive, but things are starting to click, and that's not good for Cincy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Again, the clock is going to run out here on the first quarter. So it'll be first down and 10 when we return to M&T Bank State, which, by the way, M&T Bank sucks. Fuck that bank. The worst bank in the history of banks. Never work for M&T Bank. Never bank with M&T Bank. Put your money out. Stuff your money in a mattress if you have to. Fuck M&T Bank. Fuck them up their ass. They're never going to be a sponsor on the show anyway, so fuck them. They're terrible. From Baltimore, it is the Bengals 7, the Ravens nothing, but they are driving here.
Who do you not like more, Brian Dable or M&T Bank?
Oh, Dable. That's not a good question. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
I know that your reasons for M&T. That's
well, no. I don't like M&T because of the way. Another one. PNC, second worst bank ever. Never bank at PNC. PNC is a piece of shit. They hate poor people. They charge you money if you're poor. Oh, they hate you so much. They've stolen so much money of my money. So much of my money gone because PNC hates poor people. Fuck PNC. Anyway, thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, my name is King. That is your good friend Jimbo right over there. If you like what you're watching, and who wouldn't like to hear a amateur sports commentator talk about banks, go ahead, hit that like button. Helps us out tremendously. If you'd also wouldn't mind, if it's possible, and it would be greatly appreciated if you went and hit that share button as well on all your social media feeds. Helps us out. More eyeballs on us, the better, especially if you like what you're watching here. We certainly would appreciate it. Friends, family, people you like, people you don't, anybody like that, perfect strangers, all helps us out tremendously. So thank you very much if you do that. And again, if you're watching along with us and you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Come on. Hey, go. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get closer to our goal of 200 subscribers. Again, eventually the goal is to hopefully get monetized. I think that's around 500. But baby steps, folks. We're doing baby steps here. So again, our goal right now is 200, and you can help us get there. So thank you very much if you do so. If you want to help us out in a little bit more of a direct fashion, we have our donation station link in the top of the chat. It's pinned right up there, as well as in the description below this video. You want to donate some money to us, help us out directly, hopefully be able to get better equipment and better just things, presentations. We can do so much more. And again, everything would be for you guys and to help out this show, to help the production and everything else look better for you. So think of it less as a donation and more as an investment, if you want to look at it that way. But again, if you want to have your name on the ticker as being the leader in the clubhouse for the #1 donator, you have to donate right now more than 15 because Pecan has that title. Pecan is on the throne. Can you knock him off the throne? Off the top of the mountain? He's challenged you to donate 20 to knock him off. But nobody's done it yet. But again, any donation, we will, of course, give you a shout out and give you some love as we appreciate it all. First play of the second quarter, Lamar Jackson's going to toss it out to Derrick Henry going to his left. He's going to pull it upfield, and he's going to get close to a first down. It all depends on where the official wants to mark him off. And, of course, they cut the camera away so we can't see where the officials marked them. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now, does...
I think he's short of the
Thursday night games, they got the pylon cams or no?
In this one, they do. They didn't have it No, they don't have it I don't think they have it in the end zone. Okay. They had the first down. Derrick Henry, he gets stopped for a 3-yard loss there on third down.
Wow.
Or second down. No, that had to be second down, yeah. They moved the title too quick. That was second down. So 3-yard loss for Derrick Henry. Don't see a lot of 4 losses when it comes to Derrick Henry. Not a lot of TFLs for there, as we see him coming off the field there with Nelson Aguilar, Philadelphia Eagles legend.
Screw him. Except for that 1 year.
You don't like him because he's actually caught balls everywhere else he's gone, except for Philadelphia.
Yeah, exactly. 2017 is the only time he caught any balls.
So 3rd and 4 from the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson back. He's looking to throw. He gets it off there, and that's going to be a first down. Justice Hill out of the backfield gets the first down, and it will be 1st and goal for the Ravens. Oh, man, if 94 was a little bit more attentive, he might have been able to knock that out of the air.
Yeah.
Just missed him, though. So, that's what happens, though. Now from the 6-yard line, Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Takes the snap. He looks, throws, wide open. Touchdown, Nelson Aguilar. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game up at 7s.
Screw him.
I think you just said that. You said that already. You can't, you're repeating yourself now. Stop repeating yourself. Stop repeating yourself. Stop repeating yourself.
When he had the Eagles green on, that was an automatic drop.
That would have dropped. Yeah, no, it would have been. That would have been. Listen, still the greatest thing that I've ever seen was that 6 ABC report after there was like an apartment fire in Philadelphia, and they were interviewing a guy who was catching babies being thrown out of the top window to try to escape the fire, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I was just catching all those balls, unlike Aguilar," and it was just like the greatest thing that has ever been on television. If you can find the clip, go watch it. Look up Aguilar, Philadelphia Fire Aguilar, and it's the best. Good cup of coffee here. Hamster in the chat says, "'Tis a tie game. It's going to be a good one." I hope so. Again, early on here, the Bengals have been able to control time of possession and ball control, but still only got the 1 touchdown as their second drive fizzled out on a 4th and 3 call that was an overthrown pass by Joe Burrow. Whether that was miscommunication or just a bad play call, not quite sure. But the Ravens go ahead right after that and march down the field and get themselves a touchdown to tie the game. We'll see what happens here. Again, a lot of game to go, a lot of quarter to go. We just started the second quarter here. So we will see what happens. Chicken. What are your thoughts on the trade deadline, Jimbo? Again, since I didn't get to really, we didn't get to talk, or
just like I said in our group chat too, like I thought the Steelers did a good trade there with Mike Williams, for a 4th or 5th, whatever it was.
Again, it seemed like they wanted somebody, and nobody, like they went with. Mike Williams was a very unattractive girl at the end of the bar at 1:30 in the morning when the lights come on and everybody says last call, and you don't want to go home by yourself. So they were just like, all right, I guess you'll do. That was Mike Williams to the Steelers. Like, they wanted to get anybody else, but nobody else was biting. The Giants weren't going to get rid of Slayton. I know that they were going after somebody else too, and I can't remember who it was right now particularly.
The rumor was DK Metcalf.
But that was never realistic, and I think that was fine. But it was somebody else who was realistic that they passed over, and then it was just like, we knew the Jets were looking to maybe get rid of Mike Williams, especially after they got Devontae. And then there was a question because I think, was it Garrett got hurt, or Garrett Wilson might have got hurt, so it was like, if he's injured, we want to keep him, but at the end of the day, they did trade him. Steelers did get a receiver, so maybe, again, you have another option other than Pickens there.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see.
I did see, too, earlier, the Dallas Cowboys had the chance to have Dak Prescott as quarterback, Derrick Henry as running back, CeeDee Lamb, D. Hopkins as the second receiver, and now they're stuck with Cooper Rush and all the other B-listers.
Yeah, and Dak Prescott with the hamstring injury. At first thought to just be a hamstring pull. Now it's partially torn off the bone hamstring.
Yeah.
He might be out for a while.
And at this point, you might as well just shut him down. I mean, Dallas is not going to do nothing this year.
No.
Injure him.
Boy, but when you look at just everything that Dallas did, just what a waste of money.
Yeah.
Zero Solar Urda Chat says, honestly, the Saints got a bunch of decent picks. If only they had a good draft. If only they knew how to do a good draft, I guess. If you look at it that way. Second down. Coming up here for the Bengals after the first down run. Got them, yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
And they just traded for him this past...
Oh, that was a fumble. That's why. Jesus.
I was wondering why he dropped like that.
I was like, what happened? Yeah, I for a second it looked like it was just a regular run. I don't know why I didn't see the fumble there. I think I was too busy reading chat messages because I'm an idiot. So anyway, it wasn't a gain of a yard or 2. It was a loss of a yard on the fumble. So 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Bengals. Joe Burrow back, looks, getting pressured, escapes the pressure. My God, throws down the field, overthrows Jamar Chase. 3rd and 11 coming up here now for the Bengals. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Hamster. Joe Burrow's kind of overthrowing everybody. I don't know if that's is there a hitch in his giddy up? Is there an injury that he's got? Is it just adrenaline and trying to escape the pressure? I don't know, but not your typical Joe Cool as you were.
Yeah, it just seems like he's rushing all these throws.
So here we go. 3rd and 11 from the 29-yard line. Joe Burrow back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Gesicki. That's not Gesicki. Sorry, that's Taylor. I think it's Taylor. No, Hudson. I'm missing everybody's name today. I'm sorry. I'm going to blame the tooth all day. Tooth gets the blame all day. But either way, it's going to be short of a first down, and the Bengals have another. Well, not another. This is their first 3 and out. So it's a 3 and out here for the Bengals. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back here. It's 4th and 2. You're not going for 4th down this deep in your own end. So,
yeah.
So here we go. 4th and 2.
Here we go.
Here we go to the bench because my hamstring is gone. Punt is away. And that's going to be fair caught down at the 15-yard line, and that's where the Ravens will take over with their next possession.
So Ravens flyover.
That's what is it? 1.6 billion a year get you? Get you 1996 era graphics.
Speaking of 96, 1990s, and totally off subject here. Did you know they made the Trial of the Incredible Hulk movie?
Yeah, that was from that had Lou Ferrigno in it. Yeah,
yeah.
I thought that was from like the late '80s when they did that one.
It was 89 when I looked it up.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
I was channels last night. It was on, and the description popped up first, and I thought maybe it was like a documentary behind the scenes of the original TV show. And I put it on, and Daredevil was in it, Kingpin. I was like, holy shit.
They tried. Yeah, I remember that. They tried to bring it back, or they were trying to like revive the old the 70s, early 80s one there, with
Bill Bixby.
Yeah, and I remember the one that was that the one, was that the one that had Thor in it? No, there was another one. There was another one that had Thor in it.
Yeah, no, that had Thor in it.
Yeah, Thor was in it. Yeah, but that was So I do remember that one, and I remember some of the because you had the original show. Then they came back with the one that was like the made-for-TV movie with Thor in it.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been the Trial of the Incredible Hulk too. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But I actually watched the whole thing. Like I went into it, I'm like, I'm gonna laugh at this because it's a
No, so,
1989.
sometimes you get into that shit, man. Yeah, some of the old school made for TV shit, dude. I will find myself fucking locked into like Columbo, like one of these old like the My TVs or the movie channel. Like they'll have the old school Columbo ones or Matlock or shit like that. I'll sit there and watch that shit for hours.
Yeah.
Just one more thing, man. Oh, I fucking love Columbo, man. Peter Falk was amazing. And I grew up on that shit. I grew up watching, the reruns of Columbo and all that kind of shit. So it was good. Like it was good. Yeah. So I like that. And I like some of those old TV shit. You know what I was into recently, and you can find them on YouTube. But the old '80s, like the nuclear war made for TV movies that were always like trying to the nuclear scare movies. Like I watched like The Day After and shit like that. It was like always wacky shit. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens, and that's going to be a flag immediately as they have a false start. Up to 6 flags here. 6 flags over M&T Bank Stadium.
Look at the size of Derrick Henry. Just not even standing
that's a big
straight.
boy.
No. Jesus.
That is the big brother running at you. And yes, Josh the Great Burrow is having a good statistical season. So 1st and 15 out of the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 5 yards.
Bad call.
Taylor Britt with the tackle there. And the Ravens are looking at 2nd and 20 right now. Zay Flowers was the receiver.
Wide receiver screens are the stupidest plays out there.
Yeah, that's going to be a 5-yard loss. Yeah, dude, like and you see they have someone on YouTube now, like from on the YouTubes here, from like over in Great Britain, like they had the Threads is one of them, which will fuck you up. That movie's wow.
Really?
Yeah, no. Like it gets dark. And I'm like, this was on television in Britain in the 80s? And I'm like, yeah, no. I was like, my God. Derrick Henry with the carry on 2nd down. Doesn't get anywhere near a 1st down, clearly. And we're back to 3rd and 15 here, which is what it was after the penalty. So, yeah, it was about a 5-yard gain there for Derrick Henry. 10:08, 10:07, 10:06 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Trips to the right for Lamar, who is in the backfield all by his lonesome. Looks. Quick throw out to Zay Flowers. Flowers trying to get the yard after catch. Gets up to the 19-yard line, but no further. And it'll be 4th down, and the Ravens are going to have to punt.
It would have been better just to tell everybody run straight down the field and let Lamar run after.
Yeah, something.
Guys get far enough down.
I get what they like to do with Zay Flowers, which is get it to him quickly and then let him kind of do his thing, almost like he's like football jazz, man. Just let him out there and just let him go. Let's go, But didn't work that time, and the punt is away. That's going to be caught, and just going backwards is my man, and finally he gets tackled at the 30. He caught it up by the 35, but gets tackled back at the 30, and that is where the Bengals will take over for their next drive. Oh, God, why am I yawning? I'm drinking coffee. I'm supposed to be awake.
It's the fall weather, even though it's like...
Yeah, the fall weather of 80 fucking degrees here. Bullshit. It's November. Where's my fucking cold? Enough of this shit.
Even this weekend, we're still going to be like 10 degrees above normal. And it's supposed to be like 50, 55, 56, something like that for us.
I hate it. I want to wear. I'm wearing my hoodie now just because I like the way hoodies look on me on camera. Yes, I'm superficial. Yeah. Go fuck yourself. But I am fucking dying. I'm sweating like hell in here as I'm wearing a goddamn hoodie. And it's just like, can it be cold, please? And yes, Pecan, Derrick Henry is being held in check so far in this game. We'll see how long the Bengals can do that. But for now, they're doing a very good job. 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff here to Brown. He's going to get about 3 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7 upcoming. It just says, Y'all shut up. I'm in the South. Yeah, well, whose fault is that?
Yeah. You chose to be down there.
Like, that's what I mean. I'm a northern boy. I am. I know that through and through. With my ex-wife, she took me down to South Carolina in fucking August of all months. And it was then I learned I will never live below the Mason-Dixon line. Ever. Just not made for it. I'm made for the cold and the snow and the rain. That's my... Oh, tipped pass there from Joe Burrow. Incomplete on 2nd and 7. Hamilton with the block. 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Bengals. So far, been a bit of a defensive struggle between these two teams. Bengals' first 2 drives were good. First one ended in a touchdown. Second one, they got down the field but missed a 4th and 3 on an overthrown pass by Joe Burrow. Ravens then scored on that one after going 3 and out in their first drive. But then they scored there and then went 3 and out on their third drive. So again, kind of been hit and miss for these teams so far in this first half. Joe Burrow gets the snap back, looking to throw it, finally pulls it down. He's going to run, gets hit, and is going to come up just short. It's going to be inches short of the first down.
That's what I mean. It seems like he's like, should I go?
He's very hesitant about running. I'm noticing that as well. He's very hesitant, and they're going to go for it here, 4th and inches.
He had a blocker there. If he would just took off, he would have got the first.
It's on the 39 and 3/16 line. Joe's in shotgun, too, so it's not a quarterback sneak. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, no, it's going to be the tight end pulls right up there, and I don't think he got it. Nope, by the spot, they're saying he does. Just fucking barely.
That's
interesting play. Good play. Hudson there ran up under the center, took the snap, and then ran for the first down, but still just barely made it. That was my question.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
Second effort.
He's lucky he kind of just fell over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hamster, like I said, he's indecisive. He's overthrowing his passes. Something seems weird today when it comes to Joe. And again, that's going to be a first down pass in the backfield to Brown, who's going to lose yardage on the play. Loses, I want to say, almost about 5 yards. As again, they're at the 40-yard line. Joe takes the snap back, looks, throws it to Brown, and yes, indeed, that's going to be a loss of 5 yards. 2nd and 15 now for the Bengals from their own 35, going backwards. Joe is in shotgun. He's got trips to the right. It is loud there as they're working on the silent count. Joe Burrow back, looks, throws. That's going to be dropped. Hudson with the drop. Can't do that. That doesn't help, especially if your quarterback is apparently struggling, like Joe is a little bit tonight. That's not going to help. So 3rd and 15.
If you would have caught that, it would probably have been like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
It would have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
So here we go, and the Ravens, I feel like, are going to pin their ears back here. Or not. No, they're going more zone coverage here. Only got a 4-man front. Joe Burrow back. Rolls out to his left, pulls the ball down, and gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 15. Bengals are going to have to punt. I don't know what the fuck that was. Those 3 series of plays were perplexing. Again, Hudson with the drop doesn't help, but
no. But on the flip side, it's only 7-7. You would think, watching those 3 plays, that the Ravens are blowing them out.
So here we go. Punt is away, and the Ravens are going to get the ball back here. Down at the 20-yard line is where it'll be fair caught. And that is where they will start their next drive, as we see Lamar taking the field. And now we see the beautiful Inahaba there of Baltimore. I don't know why I gave them a Boston accent, but I did, because I don't quite know what a Baltimore accent is. Outside of oil. Everything is oil, Baltimore. The Baltimore Orioles. If you want to say Orioles in Baltimoreese, it's apparently oils.
Orioles.
Oils.
O's.
O's. Go O's! Hamster in the chat says, "Who would have thought that this would have been a defensive and low-scoring game so far?" That's. I didn't think it would be for the Ravens. I didn't think the Bengals defense was going to be kind of as good as they've been so far as being able to contain Derrick Henry. How long they can do that for, I don't know. It feels like Baltimore is on the verge of breaking through if you keep on giving them shots like that. And again, the Bengals outside of that first drive and a little bit of the second one. Again, if they were able to convert that 4th and 3 deep in Baltimore's end, we could be talking about a different game here. But for now, like, it's just they're not playing well.
No.
And on offense, at least anyway, for the Ravens, Derrick Henry hasn't been able to get going. They've had some bad penalty calls. I don't mean that the penalties have been bad. It's been just undisciplined played from the Ravens. But yeah, I don't know. There's not, like, neither team's offense seems to be clicking, and both teams' defenses, as well. The Ravens on the first drive didn't seem like it. The Ravens' first drive seemed like, ooh, the Bengals have a chance to blow this open. Especially when they went down the field, held all that time, got the touchdown, and then the Ravens immediately go 3-and-out on their first drive, and then Cincinnati gets the ball back, and it's like, oh, they're marching down the field again. It's like, oh, shit, this game could get out of control here early, and then they missed on the 4th and 3, and then since then it's been just a back and forth. So
I wonder at some point, because, you know, like you said, like they've the Bengals have kept Derrick Henry in check here. I wonder if at some point do they switch over to, hey, Lamar, do some quarterback runs.
I think they'll come up with something. Zero Solar in the chat says that's what TNF will do to teams. Thursday Night Football. If you don't suck, you will. So Derrick Henry with a gain of about a yard on 1st down and 10 again. Cincinnati's defense keying in on King Henry. 5:10 remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and 9 coming up here as we take a look at Trey Hendrickson. 4 sacks and 7 QB hits and a fumble last week against the Ravens. Against the Raiders. They're playing the Ravens now. Raiders, Ravens, R's. That's all the R's. Snap by Lamar. He's going to throw, and that's going to be completed. But only about 4 yards on the gain.
And they're keeping Hendrickson in check too.
Charlie Kohler was the receiver on that play. Tight end. Baltimore, again, they've got a shit ton of tight ends. So 3rd and 5 now coming up here for the Ravens after that 4-yard play. Lamar Jackson in shotgun takes the snap back. He is looking to throw. Pocket is clean. Throws it deep. Ball incomplete. Zay Flowers was the intended receiver. Knocked away at the very last minute by the Bengals secondary. And it's going to be a punt coming up for the Ravens. So another punt here coming up in this game. DJ Turner with the defensive play there in the secondary, knocking that ball away there at the last possible second. Nice play.
Yeah.
So here we go, 4th and 5. And the kick is away. And that ball is going to be out at about the 26-yard line, and that is where the Bengals will take over with 4:02 remaining here in the second quarter. The Cincinnati Bengals 7, the Baltimore Ravens 7. Again, my name is King. That right over there, that's your good friend Jimbo. Whether you know it or not, he is your good friend. And this is Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching along on Thursday Night Football. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. If you like what you're watching, please hit the like button. Helps us out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Trust us, they're a little that algorithm. It's a little tricky. It's it's kind of like making love to a woman. It's a little tricky, but if you can do it right and you hit just the right buttons, she'll treat you good. You guys, we need you to finger us and finger our buttons and hit that like button. Thank you so very much. I was trying to see how weird I could make it. But also, hit that like button, share us around, and of course, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Help us out tremendously. Thank you so very much. First down and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Brown, and it's going to be a gain of about none. Lamar Jackson heading to the locker room right now with 3:48 remaining here in the second quarter. Not sure what that's about. Does he have to shit again? Could be. It could be. Lamar's got a little bit of the Hershey squirts happening yet again. We'll see what happens. Seems to be Thursday night. He gets the poops. 2nd and 10.
Taco Thursday.
Joe Burrow back, looks, throws as the pocket was collapsing. This time it is caught by Gesicki. He catches it, and that's going to be a first down. Bengals move the chains, 1st and 10. And Lamar's back. I hope he wiped.
I was going to say,
that was pretty quick, man. Yeah, did you even wash your fucking hands, man? Come on. I would be very cautious about catching any balls from him later on,
We're going to do a running play here? No, we're not. You ain't handing me that ball.
You're not passing me that ball either. I'll just fumble. I'm going to let them grab it. I'm going to let them grab that one. Hand off here to Brown, and he's going to get about 3 yards on the carry on first down. 2nd and 7. Coming up for the hooker helmets. As my mom likes to call the Bengals.
Which one's more the hooker helmets, the orange ones or the white ones?
I think both. I would go with the orange. Orange is a little bit ostentatious, but I mean both. Both are very any kind of. And listen, animal print is the sign of hookerdom. So
that's true.
That's going to be thrown. It's going to be caught. Finally, Hudson with the catch. Doesn't drop this one, and it is good for a first down. Now, but that's what I mean. Here, like, not everybody who wears animal print is a hooker. Yes. All right? I want to make that clear. Not everybody who wears animal print is a hooker. But every hooker wears animal print. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me the amount of research I put into this study. It's just something I know. It's about science, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about science. This is what we're talking about here. What are we talking about? Trust the science.
We'll leave it at that.
And also get all your vaccinations. especially if you're doing that study. Get your vaccinations.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. Oh, God. How are we not canceled yet? I have no idea. No. Well, we're not big enough yet. We're not big enough. Here's the thing. If we ever do get big, like if we ever do get moderately successful, like somebody's going to come back to this one and going to be like, the Stay Tuned Sports crew, are they misogynistic when it comes to talking about sex workers and how they call them hookers? And just the terrible stereotypes they put on people who wear animal print. This is just terribly offensive material. Like,
we're gonna have to both sit up here with our paper. We would like to apologize for.
I would like to apologize for smashing that person's phone who yelled at me for my thoughts about animal print. I didn't mean to do that. It was a heat of the moment. In that moment, I decided to meet hate with hate, and I apologize greatly for so. Jason, you had no reason to apologize, Jason. You were defending your brother, and good on you.
I gotta listen to New Heights this week because I guess he goes more in depth into what happened or something like that. But
And again,
all I know is,
to the shit heel edgelord that was kind of screw around with him. If dating Taylor Swift makes you a homosexual, I'm Liberace, baby. Because Taylor Swift could do basically anything she wanted to be. I'll just say that. I'll just leave that out. And it doesn't matter. Well, what if Taylor's into some weird kinky... Don't care. Don't care. What if she's like Diddy and has like 10,000 bottles of baby oil? That's even better. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's all right. I don't care. That's fine.
the only other thing I'll say about the whole situation is, to that person, to that douchebag, thanks a lot. You probably ruined any type of fan interaction with Jason.
Yeah, because he was having fun. He was going to all the different things and hanging out with all the fans. Now if I'm him, like, yeah, no, fuck that. Screw you. I'm not doing that shit anymore. There's no upside to it. It can only go bad. So, and of course, leave it to Penn State, pedophile university there. Throw over the middle there by Joe Burrow. Bit of a duck, but it is caught by Chase. First down for the Bengals. Again, Joe Burrow, he's getting pressure, but I mean, not tremendously slow. And again, another pass that's not crisp or crystal clear. Again, as he was hit as he threw the ball. So, I mean, that does explain a bit of the duckiness, but it wasn't that much of a duck, but it wasn't crisp.
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't the crispest pass he's ever thrown.
He's jumping around back there behind the line.
So, I don't know. I think he definitely needs to relax. He needs to Aaron Rodgers, RELAX. So, 1st and 10, Burrow, he's going to throw it to Brown out of the backfield. Brown's going to turn it upfield. Gets big yardage, first down. And out of bounds, we have a Raven down on the field, injured. That's going to be Hamilton. And that's a big loss if he's hurt bad, and he is. He looks to be in a tremendous amount of pain right now.
No one touched him.
As he was looking, ooh, yeah, he just kind of slipped on the turf. And I don't know, that could be an ankle, that could be a knee. Oh, he twisted his ankle. Yeah. It looks like he might have gotten caught up with Gesicki's foot. And it kind of just caused it to bend a bit. And yeah, he's hopping off there, unfortunately. So that's a loss, definitely on the defensive side of the ball, for the Baltimore Ravens.
Former Notre Dame player.
That's why he's good. That's why he's so good. All the good guys come from Dame, baby.
How about today? Buddy of mine that works in the same bay as me came up to me. He's older than me. He's got like a year to retire or whatever. Big Penn State fan. Goes, hey, you see the college playoff predictions? I said, yep. I said, we're gonna murder you.
That'd be great. Could you imagine that, a playoff game, Notre Dame at Penn State?
Yeah.
Like, that'd be, what a cool. This is what I mean. I hate that they're gonna have some of these games at like bowl games. Fuck that. Fuck these bowl. Yeah. Stop. Have these games at the stadiums of these people. You can have the national championship at the neutral site. Fine. Yeah, I get that. But man, could you imagine having like a semifinal game at like the Horseshoe or at Notre Dame Stadium or the Big House or the LA Coliseum or down in Alabama or Georgia? Like, come on, let's do it. Yeah. Stop this pussyfooting around with, well, we have to placate the bowls. Fuck the bowls. Fuck them.
Bowls used to be fun when it was like 10 of them, not 130.
Right, now there's so many of them. And even so, like, I'm sorry, I understand, like, oh, well, we're the Sugar Bowl committee and we've been around since, I don't care. I don't care if you're Sugar Bowl committee, you've been around since 1933. I don't care. Your bowl means nothing. The bowls mean nothing. Yeah. Stop it. Stop trying to make them mean something. They don't mean anything. And now we have to deal with bowls in a quarterfinal, semifinal. They're like, no. First round games are at homes, and then after that, they're all at a fucking bowl game? Fuck off. Leave the bowl games for people who don't make the playoffs. That's fine. Yeah. I don't care. We're the Rose Bowl. You're the granddaddy of irrelevancy. That's what you are now. Sorry. Listen, don't get me wrong. I would still like for you to have a national championship game in a rotation at the Rose Bowl. Beautiful stadium. Absolutely. Agree with that. But as for having the Rose Bowl be part of it, eat shit. Yeah, he did. He clipped Gesicki's foot, and that's what happened. It kind of caused a little bit of of a twist there. And so I don't know. That seems like that's a pretty significant sprain there. So here we go. 1st and 10. That was a first down on the play. Big play down to the 21-yard line of the Ravens. Joe Burrow in shotgun. That's going to be way offsides there on Baltimore. Free play. Up and, Gesicki could not bring it down, but that's going to be 5-yard penalty for encroachment on the Ravens.
That was borderline uninvaded to the quarterback.
Yeah.
I feel like we call a lot of these games that this ref is involved in them.
Perhaps. That's the thing. As we watch more of these games, I'm starting to notice patterns like that of what refs we get, how they call the games. Like, I'm starting to realize, like, oh, this is how when you just watch as a fan, sometimes you don't notice it. Yeah. But in, like, watching these games and paying attention to them, like, you start noticing, like, oh, I know that guy, and he calls bad passes. That's picked. That's picked in the end zone, and that's an interception touchback for the Ravens. Oh, no.
I want to see a replay. I mean, yeah, he caught it, but
does he come down? I think he does. I think he's got plenty of space in there. As he's doing a M&T Bank leap. I don't know. It's not as cool as a Lambeau leap. But again, Joe Burrow with a bad decision here. Hamster with the UGG in the chat. Throws, caught, 1, 2, yeah. That's a pick. That's a pick. That's a bingo. The close. It might be if his knees. He's got 1 foot.
Right knee.
Where does the knee come down? And the second foot's down there. And then.
I don't know.
Here. Foot not down yet. Not down yet. No, down. And then it's down out of bounds. So it's good. It's still good.
Nah, incomplete.
That's good. That second foot hit the ground.
When his left foot hits the ground, his right foot is on the white line. Like, he rolls onto the white line before his left foot touches the ground.
That's gonna be close. That's gonna, dude. If they overturn this, there might be a riot.
Yeah, especially in Baltimore.
Don't be stereotyping, Jimbo.
I was not doing that, and sometimes I accidentally do it without even realizing I'm doing it.
Anyway, not like LA. Those they were fine out there. They behaved after the World Series. It was good to see that. A lot of times you don't get that these days, but
stop playing with fireworks after World Series, Super Bowls, Stanley Cups.
There was nothing like that video of the one Dodger fan climbing a street pole and then making to go to right on the street sign and says "Go Dodgers."
Oh, I didn't see that. I'll have to look that one up.
Yes,
I see that one.
It reminded me of ELASALGS Eagles.
The boyfriend just looks at her like, "What,
bitch? What the fuck are you saying? Who taught you how to spell?"
You have to admit, though, sometimes I come across, because I think the girl, or that one there, was the one I sent in the group chat. I do at least make fun of my own.
Yes, you do. We have the whole thing about the Jimbo-gwidge and how you have basically your own specific, nearly undecipherable language that you say sometimes. But that's it. You embrace it. You go with it. Like, as with any... And here's the thing. And this is the thing I think a lot of people don't get or grasp yet. Like, if you do something wrong, or if there's something that you do that's like a little weird or goofy, like, don't be offended. Like, that's the thing. People today get so offended by shit about things that they... let's say. No! Jimbo, with the correct call, said incomplete. As the foot was there, the second foot did not come down until the right foot was out of bounds. Jimbo, with the correct look, I didn't think they were going to overturn it. I really honestly didn't. The way the NFL is, I didn't think they were going to do it. So the
Yeah.
Bengals still have the ball, 2nd and 5, minute 1 left on the clock. Joe Burrow back to throw. Bengals get a second chance at life. Burrow gets
Ooh.
sacked, yard loss. 3rd down coming up. I've been missing the timeouts here. Amazon's bad with updating the timeouts and having me see whether or not somebody takes a timeout.
Yeah.
Because that's it. The Ravens are out of timeouts. I missed the last one they took, and then they had one there too. I missed. So usually I'm able to stay up with it, but Amazon, their graphic guys, they never put up there the timeout thing until they're just like, oh, the dot moved. It's like, motherfucker. And you know me, I don't pay attention to shit anyway. So
Because I was just thinking now, like, where was that second one? But that second one was a little bit after the first challenge.
I guess,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Well, with Baltimore, yeah, but I just with Cincinnati, I didn't know where they took their first one. But
Oh, okay.
so here we go, 3rd and 5. Burrow back, looks, throws, over, caught, 1st down at the 3-yard line. 37, 36, 35. Are they going to take a timeout now?
Why would you do that? No. Oh, man. I don't like wasting. The last timeout was still with 30
You had
seconds.
time there. You can run up and either do a spike or you can run a quick play or something. Like, because you can run up there and do a quick running play. And then even if you don't get in the end zone, then you can hit a timeout. Then you lose a little bit of time. But if you're quick, if you're good enough with it, which, wow, I don't know.
And this maybe why Zach Taylor's on the hot seat.
Well, as was said here in the chat by a couple of the people, which, by the way, chat's open. If you want to come in and say hi, say hello. If you're not in there yet, come on in, say hi. 1st and goal. Joe Burrow back, looking to throw, because you kind of have to now. Can't have a running play because you're out of timeouts. Throws, caught! Touchdown!
What do we
Hudson
know?
with the catch. And again, the Ravens were a half an inch away from having a touchback. And instead, the Bengals are able to go ahead and turn that into a touchdown.
Isn't it funny how that always happens? Like, as fans, we're like, why did you take a timeout? Or why did you make that play call? And the very next play, it's a touchdown. You're like, well, okay, that worked.
It's still bad clock management in my mind, but you know, like here's the thing: even if Daboll's 2-point fucking conversions ever worked at some point, which again the Giants are 0 for 6, so eat shit. But even if they were, I'd still be pissed at that Ozempic sucking fuck, because why are we doing it? It shouldn't be done. Stop making stupid fucking coaching decisions. Stop it. Just stop doing it. You know. Like, I'm sorry, if Nick Sirianni and all his fucking 2-point conversions all of a sudden making it, would that stop you from being like, Nick, I'm glad it worked out, but fucking stop it. You know?
Mm-hmm. You'll probably go for 5 of them on Sunday.
Here's the thing, and I don't think it'll happen.
I already thought, I'm pretty sure I know what you're going with.
I don't think it'll happen, but holy shit, if you guys lose to Cooper Rush and the fucking Cowboys. Where's the game anyway? Is it in Dallas?
It's a 4:00 game, so I'm assuming Dallas.
No, yeah, well, no, you never know though, because the Eagles, they would want to put the Eagles on in the afternoon slot. And here's the kickoff.
Yeah, we're in Dallas.
Yeah, so then you should win by about 70. Because Dallas can't play it at home. So we know that. The Saints blew them out there. And the Saints, unfortunately, as we see now, can't get out of their own way. So. Can we stop showing this motherfucker's ankle snap? Like, come on.
And the funny part was they were just putting... All right, there it is. Okay, questionable. Because they were just putting up what...
Right. That's when Amazon still has a lot to fucking figure out when it comes to broadcasting these games. So with 30 seconds left, Ravens from the 30-yard line, they're going to try to get at least into field goal range here. Lamar Jackson back to throw. It's going to be to Mark Andrews and caught for only a couple of yards. Second down coming up here. 26 seconds left. Again, the Ravens have no timeouts. Lamar Jackson, 8 of 11, 51 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 6 rushes for only 22 yards.
Wow.
And Zay Flowers, 3 receptions for 15 yards. The Bengals defense doing well. Second and 7, 26 seconds left from the 33-yard line. Jackson in shotgun, takes the snap, back to throw. Can't find anybody, tries now, almost intercepted. Davis Gaither with the almost pick. So 3rd and 7, 21 seconds left. And again, the clock has stopped.
So you got probably 2, maybe 3 plays, depending on how far downfield.
Well, if you can make the first down, you don't make the first down here, it's 4th down, and especially if it's another incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Then if I'm the Bengals, then I send everybody on a pump block attempt.
Yeah.
See what you can do here. But 3rd and 7, Lamar Jackson back to throw, getting pressure. Floats one out to Andrews, and he's going to turn upfield, get out of bounds. First down, but we have a flag with 13 seconds. Will this be against the Bengals, or will this be against the Ravens? It's going to be holding on the Bengals. That penalty is declined, but the flag was thrown, so we put it in here. If you're a first-time watcher here, by the way, that is how I do my flag counter. I know some of the other people out there, like Tom Grassi, who I basically stole the flag counter from. He does the flags of accepted penalties. Nay, not I. Because these refs love throwing a goddamn flag so goddamn much, I'm holding them accountable to all the flags. So whether the flag is picked up, the penalty is declined, whatever have you, if it falls out accidentally, I don't care. Flag gets thrown, flag gets counted. The end. That's why it's a flag counter and not a penalty counter. 1st and 10. Throw. It's going to be stopped inbounds on the pass. It's going to be about 6 yards short of the first down. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is it. They do not get another play off. And we are at halftime. The Ravens do get the second half kickoff. But at the end of the second quarter, which is also the end of the first half, I don't know if you knew that or not, but I'm sure you did. You're intelligent football fans out there. The Cincinnati Bengals hold a 14-7 lead over the Baltimore Ravens right here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, I'm your boy King. That is your good friend Jimbo, who's only going to be here for another minute or so as we have reached halftime. And on Thursdays, Jimbo's only with us for the first half because he's got sponsorabilities. And which means he has to go to work. Again, I'm your lovable loser who doesn't have a job, so that's why I'm able to stay up with you for the whole game. And I'm glad that I can do so. But, Jimbo, thoughts on the first half here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens?
Well, just for to start off with how the half ended there, that stupid challenge that the Ravens did came back to bite them in the ass.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it, yeah. I'm very surprised that the Bengals have held Henry to six carries for 22 yards when he's averaging like 7 yards a carry on the season or something. I don't think that's gonna keep going. I think at some point Henry's gonna start breaking off 5-10 yard runs and maybe hit a home run. But I still think the Bengals could win as long as Burrow calms his ass down a little bit and stop being happy feet. You know, but
I think if the Bengals can maintain ball control, if they can maintain possession the way they did kind of here in the first half, keep the Ravens offense off the field, and then when they're on the field, kind of contain them the way they have here. If you can maintain that, I mean, Bengals got a real good shot here. And then again, it goes into are we having a Ravens inconsistency thing here? Now, if the Ravens come out here in the second half and blow them out of the water, then it's like, all right. Well, now the Ravens, they know how to make adjustments. They're a good team, and if they didn't play good in the first half, they know how to do that. But if this game goes the way this first half went, then you're going to have to sit there and ask. Even if the Ravens do somehow come out and pull out the win in the second half, you're going to have to come out and say, like, how much can we trust this team? How much can we trust this team to perform and do what we expect a team of their supposed caliber to do? Because again, they play these games like you see against Denver, against Buffalo, against teams. Again, Denver has a great defense. Buffalo, Josh Allen is an MVP candidate, and these are teams that they blew out of the water. And then they'll play games against the Browns, and they'll play games against the Raiders, and they'll fucking lose. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what? How? When you look at the Ravens and you see them as being 6-3, and that's it. Like if you watch the Bills game, if you watch the Broncos game, if you watch any of those games that they won, you sit there and you're like, you watch them against Dallas, you're like, how did this team lose 3 games? Yeah. But then you watch the 3 games they lost, and it's like, oh, that's how. Because they stopped playing against the Raiders and let them come all the way back. They just did not play well against Cleveland, clearly. Yeah. So many dropped passes, so many dropped balls, turnovers galore. Like, and it's that inconsistency. It's like you can see him, and it's like, man, Derrick Henry's Offensive Player of the Year. Lamar Jackson, in those games that they win, it's like this guy's clearly an MVP candidate again. He might get another one. But then you see these games and other things like that. It's like they look like ass, and it's like there's a huge consistency gap when it comes to the Ravens, and it's a huge question mark about them, and they don't like answering it. And Lamar Jackson hates being questioned about playoff Lamar, but I mean, this is where we are with them. They're inconsistent, especially in a regular season, and then when they get to the playoffs, they never do. Like last year was the first time Lamar won a playoff game.
Yeah.
And when you stop to think about that, Daniel Jones had a playoff victory before Lamar Jackson. Stop and think about that.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. So, I mean, the Ravens, they have to make some adjustments. They have to come out here and play, and they most certainly can. But if this game continues to go the way it goes, I don't know. I don't know, brother. I have no idea. But anyway, that is indeed halftime here on Stay Tuned Sports. We are going to say goodbye to Jimbo for now. We will see him again on Sunday as the Philadelphia Eagles will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys at 4:25 p.m., and we will be there for that. You'll see me earlier that morning at 9:30 watching my New York Football Giants take on the Carolina Panthers from Germany. I know somebody might be out there asking, oh, dear sweet Lord, what did the Germans do to deserve this? And as we all know, well, they know what they did. So
yeah.
But so everybody say goodbye to Jimbo. Bye, Jimbo. Bye, Jimbo. We'll see you on Sunday, and I will be back momentarily. Hold on one second. I got to make sure I have everything here correct, because I don't want to end up having a technical snafu, which I always seem to have. But all right, so now I think we're good. And so we will say goodbye to Jimbo, and I will be back in just a second when I get all the cameras fixed and everything like that. I got to change everything around. That's all technical shit. But we'll be right back. All right? Hold on one second. And we're back. How you doing, everybody? King hanging out with you here as we are getting ready here at halftime, getting ready for the second half between. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Cincinnati currently with a 14-7 lead. As we saw Zero Solar, I see there in the chat, you're saying bye, Jimbo, as we did say goodbye to our good friend Jimbo, as he's off to slumberland as he has work in the morning. Unlike your loser friend King here, who doesn't quite have a job, so I can stay up and be as irresponsible as I want to be. But again, here we are. Yes, Bengals 14, Ravens 7. Looking at some of these stats here, I will give the Bengals credit, man. They are holding the offensive weapons of the Bengals to some minimums here. Again, Lamar Jackson, 10 of 14, 71 yards. He has the one touchdown there to Mark Andrews. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not to Mark Andrews. It was Aguilar who got it. I was thinking of the other time. I'm sorry about that. Derrick Henry, 6 carries, 22 yards, averaging under 4 yards a carry, 3.7 yards a carry, which is very uncharacteristic there. Lamar, he's had one rush for only 9 yards. And again, Justice Hill had 1 carry, no yards on that carry. And that has been it for this game so far. Receiving-wise, Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers leading the way with 3 receptions each. Mark Andrews has 34 yards. And Zay Flowers, again, with 15. Other than that, we have, 4 receivers here with 1 yard, 1 catch each. Aguilar. Justice, again, has 1 out of the backfield. Dante Johnson, who they just received in a trade there from the Bengals. And Charles Kolar there, their other tight end. But again, you look at the big players, and they haven't had much going on. Now, we took a look over at the Bengals. Joe Burrow, 17 of 29, 161 yards and a touchdown. Chase Brown, 9 carries for 29 yards and a 3.2 average. So again, not doing too much better than Derrick Henry there. Bless me. And Jamar Chase with 4 catches for 52 yards. Tanner Hudson with 4 catches for 28 yards. Chase Brown out of the backfield has 4 catches for 26 yards. And Gesicki, the tight end, has 3 catches for 25 yards. So again, not massive offensive numbers from either team, but I think if you looked at the Ravens statistics here coming into halftime, I think that's the surprising thing. I think we all thought that either Lamar or Derrick Henry or both would have already had significantly better numbers, and they haven't. Not against this Bengals defense, which has been a bit maligned over this year for their play and how they've been not as good as they've been in the past. But they're playing very well right now as we're here at halftime. And again, Bengals are taking advantage here, and they could be up even more outside of some bad play calling, some dropped passes, some overthrown passes from Joe Burrow. Again, Joe Burrow's not playing his best game tonight either. So it's a very interesting. At least that's how I see it. I could be wrong. My analysis is probably 1,000% wrong because I'm not an analyst. I'm not a statistical guy. I'm not an analyst. I'm a fat fuck that drinks a lot and just watches football as a fan. That's why me and Jimbo kind of always called this a barroom podcast, because we were just 2 drunk idiots in a bar talking about football, and we're like, why don't we do a podcast about it? And this is that's literally how this whole thing started. So we know we're not statistical people. We know we're not deep analytics kind of people. We're not like, well, if you look at what this person did over here and the statistics that he had, and if we're not that kind of people. It's like, oh, that looks cool, or oh, that looks like shit. And that's the limit of our analysts, our analytics here on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm just looking on Twitter X here, trying to see if there's any breaking news or anything like that happening. It doesn't appear to be. This is the Ravens' first time trailing at half by more than 3 points since Week 18 of the 2022 season. So there's a little bit of stat there from your good friends over at Amazon. Again, if you ever hear me say something statistical, it's probably because one of the broadcasts, whether it's Amazon, Fox, CBS, or ESPN, have thrown it up there on the screen for me to look at. Because most times I'm not looking up that shit. So, but here we go, getting ready for the third quarter. Bengals getting ready to kick off. We are at 8 flags, by the way, already here as we're starting the second half. Will there be 8 more in the second half? We'll see. And that kick is going to be nailed in the end zone. And that's going to be a dynamic touchback that will be taken at the 30-yard line. Sorry, I had forgotten that for a second. By the way, my name is King. You're watching Stay Tuned Sports as we are watching along here with Thursday Night Football. If you like what you're watching, please give us a like, give us a share. And if you're watching and haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously. And we do appreciate your support here for every subscriber as we are trying to get to 200 subscribers here. Again, baby steps. Always got to go with the baby steps. Of course, monetization is the goal. If you want to help us out more directly, link for the donation station is in the top of the chat, which is open, by the way. First down, play action by Lamar Jackson. He's going to pull the ball down and run it himself. Gain of about 5 yards before he slides down, but we have a flag, and this might be coming back. And indeed, it is holding on the Ravens. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and on the first play of the second half, we're up to 9 flags. So 1st and 20. Going to be coming up here for the Ravens. As we see the hold there, the jersey pull, that's going to get called every time, especially if you're on the outside. So back at the 20, 1st and 20. Lamar Jackson getting pressured, escapes the pressure. Has time now, still looking. Can't find anybody open. Now he's up to the line of scrimmage, and that is where he will be tackled. At the 20-yard line, 2nd and 20 coming up here for the Ravens. Lamar was running around for about 15 seconds there. Couldn't find anybody open. Then started trying to run himself, but could not get past the line of scrimmage. Started running parallel right there on the 20-yard line, and that is where he was tackled. So now 2nd and 20 coming up here for the Ravens. Wearing their alternate purple helmet with the forward-facing Raven on the side. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff. Back, looking, throws, has time this time, and his receiver fell. Oh, no. Deontay Johnson, who they just got from Carolina, and he falls and trips. He was wide open and fell. So now, 3rd and 20. They're going to say 3rd and 19. I'm not quite sure how when he was tackled on the 20-yard line, but here comes Lamar. Takes the snap. Back. Looking to throw. We have flags. This could be offsides on the Bengals. That's going to be caught. It's going to be 3rd or 4th and 9 if this penalty stands. Oh, no. And it's full start on the Ravens. And they're going to accept the penalty? I would have left. It's 4th down if you decline the penalty. What are you doing? Okay, I think they fucking smartened up there. I was like, what are you doing? I think if the Bengals accepted that penalty, I'd have lost my mind. I don't care at 3rd and 25. You don't give them another down. You don't give Lamar Jackson another down. So 4th and 8, and the Ravens are going to have to punt after their first possession of the second half. 3 and out after, again, the very costly holding call on 1st down made it 1st and 20, and the Ravens were never able to recover after that. fair catch called for at the 33-yard line of the Bengals, and that is where they will start off with their first possession of the second half. Again, my name is King. You're watching Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Thursday night. Again, we had Jimbo with us here for the first half, but he needed to go as he's got work in the morning, and your loser friend here does not. So I'm able to stay up with you all night. Like you back in the day, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember old USA up all night, but that's me, baby. I'm up all night with you here on Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching the Bengals take on the Ravens. Currently with a 14-7 lead, Joe Burrow in shotgun. He's got trips to the left. Takes the snap. Play action. Looking to throw the ball. Throws it downfield. And that's going to be caught by Lamar Jackson. He's got yards and he's got down at the 30. 25-20. 15. 10. 5. Touchdown Cincinnati. First play from scrimmage in the second half. Touchdown Bengals. Ja'Marr Chase and a 67-yard play results in a 20-7 lead. Depending on the extra point, could be 21-7. Wow. Indeed, Hamster in the chat with a wow as well. It's just weird. I just, wow. Whip them out Wednesday, except it's Thursday. So here we go. Extra point attempt. Snap, hold, kick, up is good, and it is 21-7. Cincinnati Bengals lead over the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Shitty Bank Stadium. And this is going to start causing questions with the Ravens. And I've had the questions before. I mean, if you didn't have questions after the Browns game, you're not asking the right questions. But there were questions after the Browns game, especially from me, because, again, I doubt the Ravens a lot. I do. But I was like, it seems like maybe that was an anomaly. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because they are just so offensively powerful. But if this is the level of inconsistency we're going to get, especially within a division, like these are your division opponents, and this is what you're doing against them. This is going to bring up questions. And if you're going to be this inconsistent, even with the talent that you have, I don't know how people can still have the Ravens high on either their power rankings or in their idea of even like who's a contender in the AFC. Zero Solar in the chat. Yeah, Hamilton's already down for their already lackluster secondary. Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. And this is what I mean. They could ill afford any injuries on the defense, which has been, I mean, at least on the ass end of the secondary, the backfield, the defensive backfield has their issues. You can say the front seven's not bad, and it's not terrible, but and here's the thing. I think the question isn't even so much the defense, because it's like Joe Burrow's a talented quarterback. The Bengals, even without T. Higgins, have offensive weapons. It was like the Ravens' offense is a powerful. I mean, you have Derrick Henry, you have Lamar Jackson, you have Zay Flowers, you have. I mean, Isaiah Likely's out, but I mean, you have Mark Andrews as your tight end. Like you have these pieces that can do a lot, and like this is what you're putting out. And again, you're struggling already now in your own division. Like you've lost to the Browns. Now you are losing to the Bengals, and let's say this plays out the way it kind of looks right now. And let's say you do lose to the Bengals, you've already dropped 2 games in the division now. Like, I don't know. Hamster in the chat says, "What's your honest prediction for the Giants and Panthers game?" Not from a non-fan perspective, pain. It's gonna be a hard watch. It's gonna be a hard watch. I honestly don't know. I don't know what to make of that game. On the kickoff, That's actually taken out for a return by the Ravens, and it's only going to get up to about the 27-yard line, maybe 28, and that is where they will take over. Like the Giants' defense should be able to hold. I mean, that front seven anyway should be able to hold the Panthers. But when it comes to the Giants' offense, I don't know. I think it's going to be a hard game to watch. But I'm going to watch it right here. You can come and join me right here, Hamster, and watch us on Sunday morning, 9:30. If you want to wake up that early to watch somebody be miserable, boy, this is the channel for you, as we will be watching the Giants and Panthers there. Live from München in the Germany, the Deutschland. First down. It's going to be Derrick Henry for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. It could be 2nd and 5, depending on the spot. And we'll see what that is whenever Amazon decides to put the fucking scoreboard back up there. ELS in the chat says, wild but true, the last Bills quarterback to win in Indianapolis is Doug Flutie, by the way. Jeez, Flutie Flakes, baby. He beat Peyton Manning, and the Colts are 6 at home versus the Bills since 1999. Hamster says he'll be here on Sunday morning watching my misery, and I'm glad. At least I'll have somebody there to vent to with my misery. 2nd down and 6. Hand off to Henry again. And again, Henry's only going to get about 1.5 yards, maybe 2, on the carry. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. It's going to be 3rd and probably a long 4 here coming up for the Ravens. As the Bengals have been doing a pretty good job here of bottling up King Henry. And so here it is, 3rd and a long 4 coming up for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson in shotgun, takes the snap back. Pocket is collapsing, and he gets away from the sack, completes the ball. We had a bit of a slip from his receiver. It should have been a sack there, Hamster. I'm surprised it wasn't. That was a hell of a Houdini escape artist attempt there by Lamar. Rashad Bateman was the receiver who slipped, but got enough for the 1st down. But again, it seems like traction on that field, especially for the Ravens, has been a little bit iffy on this November evening. 1st down, Lamar Jackson out of the backfield, throws it to Zay Flowers. He gets it up to about the 48-yard line is where he will be marked. ELS with the update on Kyle Hamilton and kind of what we thought it would be. He's going to be out for the rest of the game, as it looked like it was a pretty bad sprain. And again, we have an illegal man downfield penalty now. As again, I didn't see the flag, and Amazon didn't put the flag icon up, but there is a legal man downfield on the Ravens. And so that knocks that play that they just had out. And again, I hate the illegal man downfield fucking penalty. I hate it. Make it the 3-yard cushion like it used to be. And I don't even think that's there. That's a bad call. That's a bad call. I hate the penalty anyway, but even that one's a bad call of a bad rule. So 1st and 15 now for the Ravens from the 38-yard line. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Takes the snap. This time he's going to throw it away. He was in the grasp. It was near a receiver. I don't see a flag coming out for intentional grounding. It could have been, but I think it was close enough to an intended receiver, so they are going to let that one go. Baltimore's made some ground up on the time of possession, but Cincinnati with a 19.5 minute to a 14.5 minute lead when it comes to time of possession. So about 5 minutes difference between the two teams. 2nd and 15, again from the 38. Lamar Jackson. He's going to fake the pass, pull it down himself, run. He's going to get 4 yards. And it will be 3rd down and 11 coming up here for the Ravens. As we take a look at Todd Monken, the Ravens offensive coordinator, is trying to get something going here for the Ravens tonight, as he has been unable to do so, and the Ravens have been kind of stagnant all evening long. Approaching 10:05, 10:04, 10:03 minutes here in the third quarter, if you're thinking along with us. And if you are, thank you so very much for watching. 3rd and 11. Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Takes the snap. Again, massive pressure from the Bengals. He's able to kind of just pitch it out here. But again, that's going to be a couple yards lost on the play. And it's going to be 4th down. And the Ravens are going to have to punt, as the Ravens crowd is getting very restless and upset as we see a very angry old man yelling. And we see a very sad teenage girl as well. So the age gap, whether you're a boomer or a Gen Zer, not happy in Baltimore right now. Snap. Kick is away, and the Bengals are going to get the ball back here. They're down at the 15-yard line. It is going to be returned from there, but not for much, as it'll be right around the 16-yard line. And guess what? We got ourselves a flag. We got ourselves a flag. Everybody look at the ground and that pretty yellow flag. Always got a flag down in the NFL. Never-ending flag league. Yeah, keep on throwing those flags. That's what we came to see. Holding on the Bengals. That's going to be 10 yards at the end of the run. 1st down. Zero Solar here in the chat saying that Lou Anarumo is kind of cooking tonight. And indeed he is, especially when we came into the game saying like the Bengals defense hasn't been playing the best this year, as that was something that was always a key to them kind of maybe turning their season around, and that the defense has always kind of been like a no-name defense, but good there in Cincinnati the last couple of years. This year it wasn't seeming like that, but for right now in this game against the Ravens, they are bottling up all of the Ravens' offensive weapons. And you came into this game, again, with T. Higgins being injured, thinking this was going to be a game where the Bengals were going to have problems maybe offensively. And instead, it's been the Ravens who've kind of stalled offensively. And the Bengals up 21-7. And now they have the ball back here. Now, granted, the penalty is going to knock them back even further. They were at the 16. So if they're at the 16, I think it's half the distance from there. So because it's 10, and if you're I forget how the fucking math goes. So I don't know. It's either back at the 6 or it'll be at like the 8-yard line, something like that. Either way, it's either going to be at the 6 or the 8-yard line where they will take over. Again, my name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports, in case you didn't know. And if you clicked on us, thank you so much for watching along with us here on Thursday Night Football. If you like what you're watching, hey, listen, you might not. That's okay. Listen, YouTube is a full democratic process. We just had the elections here over in America, and YouTube is nothing but a meritocracy. We are a democracy here, and if you like what you're watching, you can hit that like button, or you can not. If you don't like what you're watching, you don't hit the like button. You know, that's just how it is. But if you do like what you're watching, go ahead and hit that like button. That does help us out tremendously. If you're watching along and aren't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Again, that helps us out, and we really, really are trying to reach our goal of 200 subscribers right now, and you would be a fantastic help in that support. Hamster in the chat says, I wish there was an overseas game every Sunday. I like waking up to football. I hate waiting until 1 p.m. That's what I mean. I never, like, people were upset by that. I didn't mind it, you know, having like a nice early game. You get up, make a nice breakfast, get a nice cup of coffee going, and sit down and watch a football game before all the other games even start. It's kind of like a nice little football appetizer, even if it's not great. You know, like a Giants-Panthers game wouldn't be great, or Jaguars-Bears wouldn't be great. It's still football, and it's in the morning. It's pretty good. So I agree with you. I didn't mind that. So from the 8-yard line, as it was indeed half the distance to the goal, it's going to be first down past to Hudson here, who's going to get about 4 yards. Looks like Lamar Jackson might have injured or tweaked his hand there, and that's going to be his throwing hand. He's got a bit of a grimace on his face. Not the McDonald's grimace, just an actual grimace. So. Well, if Australia or Tokyo got an international game, I think that would be what, like, oh, is that a fumble? Is that a catch or a fumble? It doesn't matter. He did get the ball back. But they're going to say incomplete pass. So 3rd and 6 now coming up for the Bengals as Brown was the intended receiver out of the backfield, but dropped the ball. And I was trying to keep track of the Devils game. They were up 2-0. I saw that they kind of let the Habs there, the Frenchie boys, come back a bit. So it's good to see that they did win 5-3. Oh, let's go Devils, baby. Woo! So 3rd and 6 now coming up here for the Bengals. The crowd trying to get loud here for the defense and to get them get a stop here. 8:16 here remaining in the 3rd quarter. Joe Burrow just breaks the huddle now if you're watching along and syncing along with us. And if you are, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching along and not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Plus, the chat room is open. Come on in and say hi, new people. We want to see your face, or well, just your words. Anyway, we can't see your face in the chat room. But, snap. Joe Burrow is going to throw. Caught by Hudson and a 1st down for the Bengals. And they move the chains and get a little bit of breathing room. Yeah, my Preds are terrible. At least tickets will be cheaper if I want to go to a game. Yeah, no, that's the shame of it too. You guys got Stamkos now, and all that, and it hasn't worked there in Nashville. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys need a coaching change. Maybe I'm not quite sure. But yeah, the play in Nashville has not been great. 1st down and 10, hand off to Chase Brown, and he's going to get about 6 yards on that carry. 2nd down and roughly 4 coming up here for Cincinnati. So, yeah, what time would be... Because if you get... we'd have to find out what time they could have a game in 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Bengals. It's going to be another handoff to Chase Brown, and he's going to be... Oh, he fumbled the ball! Oh, no! He fumbled the ball, and it's recovered by the Ravens at the 30-yard line. Just what the Ravens needed, and just what the Bengals did not. It was going to be close to a 1st down, and Brown just fumbles the ball. It's ripped out of his arms. You got to hold on to the ball better than that. You can't let these guys, you have to have some kind of strength there. And there was no strength. He didn't have it tucked right and just had it ripped out of his hands. Unbelievable. So now the Ravens set up in great field position to get right back into this game. 6:58 remaining at the 31-yard line. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back, looks, throws over to his left side. That's going to be caught for a gain of 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 coming up here for the Ravens. Bateman with the reception. Deontay Johnson going to the right of Lamar Jackson. Out wide. Jackson in shotgun. Derrick Henry to his right. Takes the snap. Hands off to King Henry. That's going to be a 1st down and more. Derrick Henry finally with a decent run gets down to the 12-yard line. 1st down, Ravens. As we take a look at Chase Brown over on the bench, looking dejected, as one should after holding the ball like a loaf of bread and having it ripped from their grasp. So 2nd down after a 1-yard gain from Derrick Henry on that play. Second in line, Lamar Jackson steps back. He's looking to throw. He is now running for his life. All pressure. He's back all the way at the 30-yard line. He's going to run up the sidelines, gets up to the 10, gets up to the 5. Close to the end zone. He's down at the half-yard line. They had him back at the 30-yard line, and they could not bring him down, but it's a first down and goal from the half-yard line for the Ravens on a just insane running play there from Lamar Jackson. Ball was on the 11-yard line. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. He gets chased all the way back to the 30, then starts pulling upfield. Did he step out of bounds? I guess not. Handoff to Derrick Henry. He's in. That's a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens. And the fumble by Chase Brown gets the Ravens right back into this game. As it is now 21-13, Cincinnati with the lead. Cincinnati was looking to hopefully put this game. They could have just really started pulling away in this game. Instead, the turnover gives the Ravens life with 4:12 here remaining in the third quarter. Extra point attempt here for Justin Tucker. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is, of course, good. So we are back to just a touchdown game. I was going to say, I was looking at it, it looked like he might have stepped out, but I have a feeling that if they thought he did, they would have thrown a challenge flag. But again, I haven't seen anything, and again, they haven't showed that part of it really well. I don't know, Hamster. Like I said, I feel like that if he did, they might have thrown it, but you don't want to waste the challenge. You don't want to waste the timeout, especially in the second half if you're not 1,000% sure. So, like, I get it. Chief Asset in the chat. I can't believe I missed you in there. How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Sorry for the delayed shout out, man. Been looking around stuff here. By the way, just looking at things. If the NFL had a game in overseas, let's say in Tokyo, a 1 p.m. game in Tokyo would be 11 p.m. over here. So that's not going to happen. Let's see. What would a primetime game in Tokyo be? 8 p.m. would be 7 a.m. over here on the East Coast. So that's the thing. I don't think there's ever going to be a regular season international game over in Tokyo or in Australia, just because of the time difference and how bad that is. Like, it just doesn't seem feasible. To answer ELS's question about the international games, it seems like Europe is going to be the limit of that. Like, the international games are going to be Europe, Mexico. Maybe they'll do Canada again. I don't know, though, because it didn't really go well when the Bills were doing the Toronto stuff. And maybe South America again. We'll see. They did Brazil. Maybe they'll do something. Maybe they'll do Argentina. Maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know. I remember they used to do Tokyo games for preseason. A bunch. And yeah, you'd wake up. Those were kind of cool because that's it. You'd wake up on like a summer, like an August after, a morning at like 6 a.m. and watch them playing over there, which was kind of cool. Like, I mean, I'll give them that because that's it. I guess it would be prime time over there. Hey, Natty Bo! There's a big Natty Bo sign there in Baltimore. Natty Bo, of course, National Bohemian. The signature beer of Baltimore with their cool logo guy. So 21-14, here's the kick, and the Ravens, the Bengals are going to return this because it was in the landing zone. Going to be stepping out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and that is where they will take over. Oh, Joe Burrow got a bit of a late hit there. We see that with Humphrey on that play. Ooh, and it took him a little bit to get up. I don't know when that play occurred, but... Ooh, we see Joe Burrow having a little bit of an issue, even just getting the helmet off of the helmet warmer. Oh, my goodness. Joe Burrow, tough as shit, as we're seeing here in this game. 1st and 10 from the 19. Joe Burrow back to throw. Completes it to Brown out of the backfield. He's going to get to the 20, just past the 25-yard line. Is it his arm or is it his ribs? I don't know. Because he took that shot right into the back of the ribs, to the kidney area there, right in the flat jacket area. Second and 3 coming up here for Cincinnati. They marked him at the 24-yard line. I had him past the 25, but whatever. Joe Burrow, he's going to pull it down, throws. It's going to be caught by Chase at the 40-yard line. 1st down, Bengals. As the Bengals move the chain. Well, it depends. I didn't see him go in the blue tent. If they go in the blue tent, they might be, doing a little, get a little, or back in the locker room. But, they didn't do that. He's not getting a Toradol shot right now, so we'll see. He could just be a fucking warrior out there. Handoff here to Brown again. It's going to be good for a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up here for the old hooker helmets. As we see Hamilton there, Kyle Hamilton on the sidelines with the brace, walking boot there on that ankle that he twisted. Out for the remainder of this game. He's in his street clothes. Cool hoodie. Very cool. Looking cool. So here we go. 2nd down and 8, they actually call it. Joe Burrow back. Throws to Brown out of the backfield. Brown's going to turn upfield and be about 4 yards short of the 1st down. 3rd down coming up for the Bengals. But yeah, I used to love those the preseason, Far East games, the Tokyo games and shit like that. Those were always fun. Because of that, you got to wake up early, like 6 o'clock in the morning, and watch. I think the one year I watched the Jets and the Jets and Colts? I think were over there one time. Back in the mid '90s, I remember watching that. That'd be cool to see him go back to the Tokyo Dome. So here we go, 3rd and 2. Burrow back to throw, running for his life, and it's going to be completed. The chase, 1st down to the 35-yard line of the Ravens. And that's going to be another 1st down for the Bengals. And the Ravens defense is not happy. Roquan Smith apparently upset. Did somebody miss an assignment? Did somebody miss coverage? It seems to be, because he seems upset that he was the only one out there covering Jamar Chase. And he was able to get out everywhere there. He's very, very upset, pointing to his boy, saying, "You got to be there. Be on your assignment," which seems like he missed. So from the 36-yard line, Joe Burrow's going to get hit and sacked. Matabuke with the sack on Burrow. Didn't really even have time, kind of stepped up in the pocket and then was immediately hit. So, 2nd and long coming up here for the Bengals. Again, my name is King. This is Station Sports. Thank you so much for joining us. Chat is open. If you're watching and interested, just want to come in and say hi, say hello, say how you doing. We got some cool people here. We have some fun. You can come in and say hi. The reason I'm saying all this, of course, is because we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Bengals with a 21-14 lead currently on the Baltimore Ravens. And as I invite you to come into the chat, you're going to see a bunch of things happen in the chat now, because I'm going to say, get the 4s up. because we are in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, of this Thursday night tilt between the Cincinnati Bengals and Ravens. So get the fours up, because here we are in the fourth. And if you're brand new, you want to come into the chat and throw up your fours, come on in. The water's fine. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're watching, please hit that like button. Helps us out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're watching along, and if you are in the chat, or going to join the chat, or thinking about joining the chat, why don't you hit that subscribe button? It helps us out. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. If you're subscribed already, come on in and say hi. We'd love to have you and say, how you doing? Talk about your team. How you thinking about this week coming up? How's it look for you guys? Looking good, looking bad, looking indifferent? You looking forward to that Giants-Panthers game in Munich like I am? So desperately, me and my Giants fandom. So excited. Being 2-7. Going to Munchen. God damn it. Fucking Brian Daboll stole 5 wins from us. That fat fucking Ozempic sucking bastard. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for joining us here. As we see Hamster Pecan there in the chat, throwing up the fours. By the way, speaking of Pecan, if you want to go and help us out in a little bit more direct fashion, you can go ahead and send donations to us. We have the link for our donation station up in the top of our chat, which I said is open. Come in and say hi. We also have it in the description below this video, so if you want to check that out as well. Also, link for the merch store there. The reason I bring up Pecan is because Pecan right now is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to our donations. He currently has the lead with $15 donated to the show here. He's been challenging everybody. He said, hey, I challenge anybody out there to knock me off the ticker. Because, again, if you're the leader in the clubhouse, you get your name on the ticker right there. And right now, nobody's knocked him off there yet. He keeps on challenging. He's calling everybody out there kind of, a bunch of beta males. He's saying you're a bunch of, you can't beat him. He's the alpha male and you're all cucks because you're not. I don't know if that's what he's actually saying. It could be. I have no idea. I don't know the man personally. He's a pretty cool chat guy, though. And he's also donated $15 to us. But if you want to knock him out of that spot, you have to donate more than $15, and your name will go into the ticker. But here's another thing. No matter what you donate, we will give you a shout out here on the air because, again, we appreciate all the support we get, no matter if it's a 5-cent donation, if it's a $20 donation, if it's a $50 donation, which would be great. But, again, I'm not saying that's something you have to do. But if you decide to, it would be very much appreciated by us here at Stay Tuned Sports. 2nd and 16 from the 40-yard line. Joe Burrow back, looking to throw. Pocket collapsing again. He gets it out, just throws it at the feet of Chase Brown. 3rd and 16 coming up for the Bengals. Pecan says, spot on analysis of how he feels when it comes to his throne on the donation station mountain. Bengals trying to keep this drive alive and maybe, just maybe, getting field goal range if in the case that they can't get a first down. Let's see how this breaks down. Play clock under 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snap is off. Joe Burrow gets out of the sack, but incomplete. Intended for Jamar Chase. And it is 4th and 16. And it appears that the Bengals are going to have to punt. So it started off looking like a good drive. They got a couple first downs. But after taking a sack on first down and getting to a 2nd and 3rd and 16 situation, Bengals are unable to convert. Might have been a questionable pass interference call there, but no call was made. Here comes the punt from the Bengals. And that's going to be all the way down at the 8-yard line is where that will be fair caught. And that is where the Ravens will take over on their first drive of the fourth quarter as they attempt to tie the game with the Bengals as they trail by 7, 21-14. So here we go. 14:44 in the fourth quarter. If you're watching along and singing along with us, and if you are, thank you so very much. Please hit that subscribe button if you are not already. First and 10. Lamar Jackson back to throw. That's going to be complete. Bateman with the catch. Hamsters trying to will a turnover into existence for the Bengals. 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry is in the backfield. Lamar Jackson's going to step up under center. That usually means it's going to be a handoff run. Jackson takes the snap, pitches it back to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is going to gain 2 yards, and that is it. 3rd and about 3, maybe a long 2 coming up here for the Ravens. Cincinnati, again, doing a very good job of bottling up Derrick Henry. Have to get to the 22-yard line. Lamar Jackson looks, throws. It's going to be caught, and a first down. They say he didn't get out of bounds, and he's still going to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Is that a touchdown? Did he step out of bounds at all? They're calling it a touchdown. What the fuck just happened? It's like the Bengals players stopped and gave up as they thought they pushed him out of bounds. Oh, he did. He stepped out of bounds. He 1,000% stepped out of bounds. That's got to be coming back. Not there. Right there. The step before that, I think he's on the white. You have to go back. Let's get a closer look. I think on that the first step, not this, like you have to go back. Why isn't Amazon going back further? Why are they not going back further? Right there. That's the step I'm talking about. That's out. That heel's out. That heel's on the white. He's on the white. And Tucker misses the extra point. But they upheld the touchdown. Wow. I think he stepped. I think that's a clear step out, but they didn't call it that way. Wow. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyeballs. Are they saying that the toe is up but the heel? I mean, that was close enough at least for an official review. No, I would have thought. But the Bengals still have a 1-point lead with the Justin Tucker missed extra point. No, the Bengals, again, the Bengals have fumbled. I mean, they had absolute control of this game. And they've made so many mistakes. They fumbled on their own 30-yard line and gave the Ravens a short field to score a touchdown, to get within a touchdown. And then played such lackadaisical defense there in their secondary. And just let my man run all the way. Even if you thought he stepped out of bounds, hit him and make sure. 15 yards? Fine. He's already got a first down. Take the extra 15 to fucking make sure. And I get that part because the heel did look like that was out of bounds. But if it's in the air, that's fine. But even so, the side of the foot looked like it was close, if not on the white. And that's what I mean. Take a closer look at it, if not just to be sure. But the fact that wasn't even called down to have a look at it is interesting. But yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, if you're a Bengals defensive player, what are you doing? Like, hit the guy. Do something. Make sure that he's out of bounds. Make sure he's on the ground. Something. So now, Big Mo, all on Baltimore's side here. Big momentum. And the Bengals going to have to try to get a little bit of it back here on this drive as the kick is away. That's going to be in the end zone. Only about a yard, but the Bengals not taking a chance, and they are going to kneel on it and take it at the 30-yard line. Like, he just put, like, what are you doing? So here we go. 1st and 10 for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They need a response here to get some kind of momentum back on their side. Burrow back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. It's going to be caught by Jamar Chase. 1st down. Oh, God. That hit was a little bit late. That really was a little bit late. First and 10 for the Bengals as they are up at the 47-yard line. It's going to be handoff to Brown. Does a little bit of spinny Rooney. Gets past the midfield mark and is on the Ravens' 49-yard line. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. So here we go. 2nd and 6. Joe Burrow takes the snap back, throws. It's going to be caught. And right at the line of scrimmage, really no gain there for the Bengals. 3rd down. Grandy, the tight end, was the receiver. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Bengals. You got to convert here. If you're the Bengals, you have to convert here. You have to keep this drive going. You need a nice, long, sustained drive. Ravens fans trying to get loud there in Baltimore. Play clock down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The snap is off. Burrow back, looks, throws over the middle, caught by Brown, and he gets the 1st down. Down to the 42-yard line of the Baltimore Ravens. They convert, move the chains. The Bengals keep the drive alive. 11:14 here remaining in the 4th quarter. If you're syncing along with us, and if you are, thank you so very much for hanging out with us. If you like what you're watching, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to us, hit that subscribe button. If you want to come talk bullshit with us, the chat is open. If you want to donate money to us, the links are in the top of the chat. It's all there for you here on Stay Tuned Sports. 1st down and 10. Pass out to Gesicki. That's going to be caught and a gain of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Bengals. As we take a look there at head coach Harbaugh, does it look like Hugh Grant behind him? Bengals up to the line. Joe Burrow surveying his surroundings in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looks, throws, dumps it off to Brown, and Brown's going to get 2 yards short of the 1st down. 3rd and 2 coming up here. For the Ravens, not for the Ravens, for the Bengals. Bengals have the ball. I'm just dumb. Joe Burrow calling the plays. And shotgun. He's got trips over to his left. Play clock under 5. Brown in the backfield with him. 2, 1. They do get the snap off. Joe Burrow back, looks, throws. Deep ball towards Chase. Incomplete. 4th and 2. Ooh, boy. Pecan in the chat saying the Bengals look like they forgot how to run the ball. I don't know if that's the case or if they just don't trust Brown right now after the fumble. But he's taken some passes out of the backfield, and they've let him have the ball. So I don't know if that's the case. But here we go. 4th and 2. Big play here. Bengals need 2 yards to keep the chains moving. And it's a long 2. Play clock down to 1. They do get the snap off. Joe Burrow's going to throw it. He does. It's down the field. Incomplete. Overthrown. Again, why are you doing deep passes on 4th and 2? What is that? Move the chains first. Like, if the Bengals lose this game, it's the Bengals' own fault. And if that's the case, Taylor might be on the hot seat. Because these play calls, these ideas on 3rd and 4th downs, on short. Like, you're telling me you don't have any plays short that you can go to? Like, I understand if you're saying, okay, we're in 4-down territory, so let's try a big one on 3rd down, and if not, we'll try to convert just to get the chains moving on 4th down. But keep the chains moving, keep the drive going. Why are you going for these low percentage fucking throws on 3rd and 4th down? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And, you know, in the end, it's going to cost them the game here because now you're giving the Ravens only down a point thanks to a mixed field goal, and you're letting them right back into the game here where now they can take the lead in the 2-point conversion. Then they're a full touchdown up. And even if they're not, you still have to get a touchdown. Like it's the Bengals had this game very well in their own hands, and they've mushed it. They mushed it. Hamster in the chat saying ridiculous, zero solar. What are these play calls? Like I don't understand. Like again, Pecan said before, Bengals forgot how to run the ball. Yeah, like run the fucking ball. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like this is reminding me of watching fucking Brian Daboll call plays. Like this is that level of bad. Again, if the Bengals lose this game, it's because of the Bengals. It's their own fault. This isn't the Ravens. This isn't them coming back. As I'm seeing on Twitter, in Twitter X here, there's a lot of people saying back-to-back deep shots is certainly something when you just need 2 yards. Absolutely. That's from old Gumpy there from the Pat McAfee show. Dumb plays. Just dumb play calls. It's just dumb play call. So here we go. Ravens now have the ball in decent field position. I mean, they're still in their end, but I think where are they? Around the 32, 35, somewhere around there? Yeah, 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds. Wallace with the catch, and they are now in Bengals territory at about the 48, 47-yard line of Cincinnati. And Baltimore right now has all of the momentum, all of the energy. This is really their game to lose now. First and 10, actually from the 45.5-yard line. Lamar Jackson back to throw. Down the middle, caught by Mark Andrews, and that's going to be another first down at about the 35-yard line. Hamster in the chat wondering if the Bengals just quit. It seems like it. I'm going to be honest, especially with that last play call. I mean, the last defensive play where they just kind of, and the guy, just that you never pushed him out. You never got an effort, and it just seemed like everybody stopped running or quit on the play. And then with the last 2 play calls there on their 3rd and 4th down and short, I don't get it. Handoff to Derrick Henry, and he's going to get 9 yards on that carry down to the 25. Second and 1 coming up now for the Ravens. They're already down at the 25-yard line. They are just now carving through this Cincinnati defense. And I think it's all over but the crying, to tell you the truth, when it comes to the Bengals. Lamar Jackson's going to pull it down and run it himself. He's going to get the first down out of bounds at about the, 15-yard line? Yep, it was 21-7, just literally an eye blink ago, with the Bengals having possession. You're 1,000% hamster. And then you blink, and there's been a fumble. There's been bad coverage, and there's been bad play calls. And just like that, it's now 21-20. And the Ravens are breathing down their necks, getting ready to go ahead and going for another touchdown. 7:05 and counting remaining here in the 4th quarter. Ravens driving deep here on the Bengals. One would say balls deep, because it's not looking great right now if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan. If you're a Bengals fan, not looking great. 2nd and 7. Ball is currently at the 16-yard line. Pitches back, and it's actually going to be tackle for a loss. Down back at about the 18-yard line. Justice Hill with the carry. It's going to be about 3rd and 10. They're going to say 3rd and 9 officially is the spot of the ball. So 3rd and 9. Bengals trying to hold on desperately to keep the Ravens to just a field goal, which would give the Ravens a 2-point lead over the Bengals. So from the 18-yard line, Lamar Jackson in shotgun, trips to his right, back, throws, caught, touchdown! Mark Andrews. And I'm willing to say right now, game's over. Unless the Bengals somehow have a massive shift in the momentum or how they're doing stuff, man, they have really, they have cocked this up terribly. They have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. As the Ravens will be going for 2 points here. To make it a full touchdown lead. It is currently 26-21. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Zay Flowers in motion. Snap. Handoff. Nope. Fakes the handoff. Lamar Jackson's going to run it in, just walking it himself. And it is a full touchdown lead for the Ravens, 28-21. 2-point conversion is good. And wow. Zach Taylor might be fired. If the Bengals lose this game, I'd fire him. From I don't know what play calls he was doing. I don't know if is he the play caller. I have no idea. to have that, I'm like, again, I'm not a Bengals fan, or I mean, I don't like the Ravens, so I think I've made that point pretty clear in my time here, that I just have a bias against the Ravens. I think it probably stems from Super Bowl 35, but even so, like looking at it from an objective point of view, you can't lose this game if you're the Bengals. The way you had this game, though, you were set up for everything. And yet, no, I mean, clearly he hamstered the fumbles. That was the start of the precipitous downfall. But you had the chance to stop the bleeding. You had a chance to stop the bleeding on several things. On proper tackling. On that long play. Proper, just proper coverage. Don't give up on a play. Something like that. And then even after all that, and then they miss the extra point on your drive, you're driving well. You get to a 3rd and 2. You do a long pass where Joe Burrow's overthrowing everybody all game anyway, so I don't know why you're doing that. But then even if you do, you have 4th and 2, try a short pass, try a screen, try a fucking running play, try anything other than another long, low percentage pass to the sidelines that looks like it was going to be out of bounds anyway. Like, what are we doing? At least give it an effort to try to eat more clock, to eat more yardage, take more time off that clock, get in field goal range, get a field goal, or get a touch, something to get momentum back on your side. The Bengals not only let the Ravens take all that momentum away, but they've then given it to, like, they haven't done anything to get it back. They've continued to compound their own mistakes. Yes, sometimes you get a fumble. It happens. A turnover is going to happen, but you have a chance to stop the bleeding. And instead, they've opened the wound up bigger, all by themselves. And now, instead of having the ball with a chance to put the game away, now the Bengals have to score just to stay even. And the way the Ravens offense has been playing in the last quarter here, even if the Bengals score here, if there's still time on the clock, the Ravens are going to go down the field and score anyway. So, like, you've put yourself in such a bad situation if you're the Bengals, to the point where you were controlling this game and were close to putting it out of reach. Big pass down the field, caught, Jamar Chase, touchdown. And just as I'm saying all that shit, bang, right there. As Chase was starting to taunt them, not even crossing the goal line, letting time come off the clock, then finally puts the ball over the goal line. What a dick. But just like that, Bengals get there, and they are an extra point away from tying the game. Joe Burrow just said to me, "Shut the fuck up, fat boy. I got this. Don't worry about it. Shut the fuck up." You said, we're going to lose the game now? Oh, we just put it out of control? All right, watch this, fat boy. Boo! All right, Joe. All right, you got it. Here comes the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And we have a, ladies and gentlemen, tie game again. Cincinnati Bengals 28, Baltimore Ravens 28. Here in the fourth quarter. Oh, my. Somebody missed an assignment on that one. I was going to say, like, imagine you get down there, like the Ravens score, you only have like 30 seconds left, and you're like, boy, it would have been nice to have those 6 or 8 seconds back on the clock, wouldn't it be? Fucking Chase, what are you doing? Oh, Zach Taylor's on the sidelines being like, "Hey, Jamar, thanks for hoping to save my job there, baby." So here we go. 28-all, 5:37 remaining in the game, and the kick is away. And that's going to be out of the back of the end zone. Ball at the 30 for the Ravens as they now try to answer again to the Bengals, as we've had a couple of haymakers here. And this Thursday night football game turned very interesting. It was starting to look like maybe it wasn't going to be that way, but it has certainly turned itself around, much like the hokey pokey. So from the 30-yard line, Lamar Jackson in shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff there to Derrick Henry. Now he's running for his life, and gets away from the sack again. Ball deep down the field, intercepted! Intercepted by the Bengals. Oh my. The momentum swinging like a porn star's dick in this game. Nope, incomplete. Gah, womp womp. Oh, boy, are the Ravens lucky, and boy, should the fucking Bengals learn how to learn how to catch a ball. Oh, the Bengals, again, just letting opportunities slip through their fingers. You can't do it. You can't do it. You have opportunities, both you've had it on offense and defense, and you've let them slip through your hands legitimately. Now, like twice or three times. You can't let that happen. As Zero Solar says, wow, it's a momentum swing. And then it's like, nope, never mind. Yep. Oh, you got to hold on to it. What a swing that would have been there for the Bengals. And you don't want to give Lamar Jackson a second chance. You don't want to do it. So 2nd and 10 from the 30. Lamar Jackson. Handoff here to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's going to get a gain of about 3 yards is the official spot from the official. So 3rd and 7 coming up here. Bengals still have a chance to get off the field after this 3rd down. They have to. They're saying 3rd and 6. I'm not sure about that spot, but because they just spotted it before it. Okay, whatever. Anyway, 3rd and 6. Lamar Jackson back to throw. Throws it over the middle, 1st down. Bengals unable to get off the field. Bateman, the receiver. And the Ravens keep the chains moving. Again, another chance. You have 3rd and long, and you let them get off the field. Nobody covering Bateman right in the middle of the field. And the Ravens continue to move the chains. As we see Joe Burrow on the sidelines, pacing. Wonder if he's going to get a chance to grab that ball again. 4:05 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Lamar Jackson from the 44-yard line throws over to his right. That's going to be caught for another 1st down. Flowers was the receiver on that play. So now back in Bengals territory are the Ravens. 3:55 remaining as the clock is stopped. Hamster pulling for the Bengals, saying, we need a turnover. I thought we had it a minute ago. We all did. And boy, again, another opportunity that you cannot let slip through your fingers. The Bengals did. 1st and 10 now from the Bengals 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson under center. Usually means a running play. And indeed it is. Handoff here to Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's following his blockers. Gets an 8-yard gain. Pulls his pants down. Ass cheeks to the world. But it doesn't matter. Because he gets about an 8.5 to 9-yard gain. And that's worth an ass cheek or two. 2nd down and 1-ish. They're going to say it's a short 2 here. And we're going to see another replay here. of Derrick Henry having his butt cheeks out. Thanks a lot, Amazon. Just what we needed. Just need to see Derrick Henry's butt cheeks. Handoff here to Derrick Henry again, and that's going to be just enough for a first down. You see, Bengals? That's how, if you run on a short down, like a 1, 2, 3 yards, you can set yourself up for that and just moving the chains and then maintaining possession. That's something that can happen there, Zach Taylor. I don't know if you know that or not. But now you do. Now you do. Thanks there to the Ravens. 11-10 over here on the East Coast as we are watching the Ravens march down the field. 2:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens already in field goal range, eating clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Ravens. As the Ravens are going to take a timeout here with 2:29 remaining. Oh, man. I got to say, the Bengals really have... I'm used to seeing this with the Giants kind of just throw games away through their mistakes. But seeing it from another team's perspective, it's like, wow, man. It's like you can't. Again, when it comes to this game, this is going to be more of a case. If the Ravens do win this game, it's going to be more of a case of the Bengals losing it than the Ravens winning it. Because the Bengals had so many opportunities to stop the bleeding, so many times to put the game away where they literally fumbled it away, where they figuratively fumbled it away, where they just, Zay Flowers with the pass out of the backfield. He's going to get down. That's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, but we have a flag on the play. 13th flag thrown in the game. What is it going to be? Who is it on? Ineligible man downfield again on the Ravens. I hate that fucking call. I hate that penalty. I hate that rule. But that's going to take that play away and move him back to 1st and 15 now. 2:23 here in the fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson. Play action to Henry. Then he throws it to Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews gets it down to the 24.5-yard line. 2nd down. 2:16 remaining, and the Bengals are going to call their first timeout. Bengals now trying to preserve some time. Will they have any? The Bengals with a win would get back to 500. They'd be 5-5. The Ravens trying to keep pace with the Steelers. Lamar in shotgun, takes the snap. Back, looks, throws at first down Ravens as they are now down at the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. Time's running out here for the Bengals. Bateman was the receiver on that play. He stepped up big here in the second half for the Ravens. So 2:09 remaining. We have yet to hit the 2-minute warning. 1st and goal from the 9. Lamar Jackson's going to pull it down and run it himself down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Bengals have 1 timeout left. Ravens have 2. 2-minute warning here from the 5-yard line. Second and goal when we come back from the break. Man, I got to tell you, if you're a Bengals fan, I would be pissed at this game. If you're a Ravens fan, listen, you took advantage of the mistakes that were given to you. I would say I would be very still concerned about the way the Ravens have played, but much like I've said about the Chiefs, and much like I said about the Cardinals, at the end of the day, finding a way to win is all that matters when it comes to the NFL. So you can look impressive, you can not look impressive. But if you win, you can. You could look impressive and lose. I've seen plenty of teams do that. I'd rather look like shit and win than look impressive and lose. And the Ravens today have kind of looked like shit, but they're going to win. And again, like we said with the Chiefs, they haven't played their best ball. They haven't played good ball, really. But they're 8-0. The Ravens have a chance here to go to 7-3. And I think that, do the Steelers have a bye week this week? No, they don't. So again, for now until Sunday, they'll have a half a game lead on the Steelers, depending on who are the Steelers playing this week. Ooh, Steelers at Commanders. That's not a guarantee. So, yeah, no, the Ravens have a chance to end up being in first place at the end of this week. So this would be a big swing in that AFC North. Pecan did say overtime before this game even started. That's why he got the extra whiskey. So we'll see. We'll see. Will he have to break out the extra whiskey? Or is this going to be a case of a whiskey for another day? We'll find out here very quickly, very soon. So here we go. Second and goal. 2 minutes. Lamar Jackson under center. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out. Throws back of the end zone. Through the hands. Incomplete. Bateman was the intended receiver. Third and goal. Can the Bengals hold the Ravens to a field goal? Squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time, everybody. By the way, this is Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Thank you so much. If you like what you're watching, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Lamar Jackson takes the snap. Rolling. Throws. Caught! Touchdown! Baltimore Ravens. Bateman with the reception and the touchdown. The Bengals now need to run down the field with 1:49 remaining and 1 touchdown to tie the game. The Bengals had this game in hand and let it slip through their fingers through mistakes and poor play calling. Tucker for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. Ooh, that was starting to go, but it does get through. And it is a full 35-28 lead now for the Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals. Zero Solar in the chat says, why throw it? Why not burn the clock at least? That was kind of my thought too, but it looks like they were just trying to get there in the end zone. I'm not sure why. If I run Lamar and see what you can do, even if you get stopped in, like you said, you can have them burn their last time out. You can have them burn clock, something. But listen, at this point, it's too high. It was too high. It was too far. Who gives a shit? It's gone. If anybody remembers Major League, great movie. Yeah, at this point we're arguing about, why not? Why not? It's worked out for the Ravens so far. So we'll see what happens here with the Bengals. What can they do on this drive? They need a touchdown. Then here's the question. Does Zach Taylor go apeshit and just go for a 2-point conversion? And not worry about overtime? It seems like a call he would make. But here comes the kickoff. And that's going to land in the end zone again for another touchback. So, with 1:49 remaining, starting from their own 30-yard line, Joe Burrow has to lead the Bengals down the field for a touchdown and a chance to tie the game, or perhaps win it, depending on if they go for 2 points or not. We'll see. Joe Burrow surveys his surroundings, takes the snap in shotgun. He's back, rolls out to his left, throws again. A lot of overthrows tonight for Joe Burrow. Gesicki was the intended receiver, 2nd and 10. Coming up for the Bengals. M&T Bank trying to get loud. $1:44 remaining. Burrow in shotgun. Jamar Chase in motion to the right. Burrow takes the snap. Throws incomplete, 3rd and 10. Burrow, the pocket was collapsing. He was getting pulled down. Tried to get it to Jamar Chase. Incomplete. Another missed face mask. Again, yeah. The officials have been atrocious with the face mask calls this year. I don't understand it. I don't know why, and I don't get it. But it's been not just this. It's been every game I've seen. They either miss or they miscall a face mask. It's fucking insane. 3rd and 10. Burrow back, looks, throws over the middle. There was miscommunication there. And last chance saloon here for the Bengals. 4th and 10. Bengals have nobody to blame for them but themselves. They had this game in such control to the point where they were looking at possibly getting a 3-touchdown lead on the Ravens. Fourth and 10. Joe Burrow back, throws over the middle, caught, and it's right there on the line. I think he got it. Clock is ticking though. 126, 125, 124, 123, 22, 21. There's a stoppage. Are they going to review it? Where does he have it? Where is it caught when he's down? I think when he catches it there, the tip of the ball is on the line. And all it has to do is touch the 40. I think that's a first down. I'm going to say it's a first down, but when he has possession, it's touching the 40. See, this is why you have to have the fucking pylon cam, guys. Waiting here for the official review to be over. Which way does it go? Call stands? Or call? If the call is overturned, the game is over. If the call is overturned, the game is over. Still waiting. Still waiting. Are they trying to say it's incomplete pass? Like, I don't see that. I don't think it's an incomplete pass. I think he caught it, clearly. Yep, call stands. All right, Jesus Christ. So, 1:21 left. Bengals have the ball. Clock has started. Clock is ticking. 1:17, 1:16, 1:15. Snap. Joe Burrow. Back. Looks. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Gesicki was the intended receiver. No flag. He was looking for one, but there is none. 2nd and 10. 1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Again, he was on Gesicki early, but no flag thrown. Bengals still have one timeout. 1:11 left. From the 40. Takes the snap, does Burrow. Throws over to his left. We got a flag down. Incomplete. Chase looked like he had it, but there's a flag down. What do we have? Just bringing up that point. Yeah, remember the Jamar Chase wasting those seconds. Yeah, that looks like that's going to be pass interference, maybe. Illegal contact. Oh, personal foul, face mask on the Ravens. So they finally call some kind of face mask. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So now, from the 45-yard line of the Ravens. Oh, I see. Yeah, so they called that face mask, but they missed the one on Burrow. Burrow takes a snap. Back, throws over the middle, caught. Jamar Chase at the 30, down to the 25, down to the 24-yard line. But there's a flag. Oh, I never took the flag icon down. Sorry about that. But whoop, there it goes, right back up. And we're going to have roughing the passer on the Ravens. Oh, no. Let's see. Is this a good call or not? Are they going to say, oh, did he land with all the pressure on him? But I don't know, because the one, maybe if you call it a high-low, you could say maybe the high-low. I don't know. I tend to lean towards more of the defense when it comes to that call, so I'm not sure. Like, I don't think he tried to land on all of them. It's just he got tripped up by his other teammate that was there. Kicked his. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. The play is called now. 59 seconds left, and the Bengals are in not only just the red zone, they're on the 12-yard line of the Ravens. Ravens penalties have killed them in this drive. Snap. Burrow looking to throw. Throws towards the end zone. Incomplete. Second and 10. 54 seconds left. The Bengals still have one timeout. They could, if you felt like it, go for a running play. Who knows? Ravens wouldn't expect it. Shocking surprise. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Chase in motion to the right. Trips right now for the Bengals. Burrow takes the snap. Back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught at the 5-yard line. But we have a flag. Fuck! How many more flags are we going to have here, refs? Come on. Offsides on Baltimore. 5-yard penalty. Kyle Van Noy, the guilty party. Is he really, though? I thought he did a pretty good job of tiptoeing his way, staying out of the neutral zone. But 2nd and 5 now. Ball at the, where are we at? 7? Joe Burrow throws, gives it to Brown. Brown's going to get it to the 5-yard line and out of bounds. Clock stops, 42 seconds left. 3rd down coming up for the Bengals. Bengals huddling up. 3rd and 3. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Burrow back, throws. Caught! Touchdown! Jamar Chase in the back of the end zone. That looked like it was going to be overthrown. But he comes down with it and does the toe tap. And they're going for 2. Oh, put on your big girl panties, baby. Oh. What the fuck? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 2-point conversion. 35-34. The Ravens have the lead. Joe Burrow in shotgun. Hudson in motion. Play clock down to 0. It looks like they were maybe trying to draw him off sides. Oh, boy. That's what I mean. I don't know if they're going to go for 2. This might have been just a ploy to see if they can get him off sides. You get him off sides, you get it at the 1. Then you go for it. And that might be a thought, though. Like, if you get to overtime and you don't win the toss, the way Lamar Jackson and his team has been playing, you may not get the ball. So do you give yourself a chance to win now when you have it instead of don't? And that's what they're going to do. They are going to go for it. 2-point try. They're saying, we're not putting our fate in the hand of the coin. Snap. Joe Burrow. Back, looks, throws, incomplete. Hudson was the intended receiver. And it's incomplete. And the Bengals are going to lose by a point. And he's looking, they're begging for a flag. They're wondering why did they not call interference? Why did they not call something there? But the refs, who were very happy with the flags for that last drive, all of a sudden put them away. Let's see, what was Gesicki talking about here? As Gesicki, oh my God, was he getting held? If I'm Gesicki, I'm pissed. How do you not call that? He was getting straight up molested. And there was no call. On all the other flags that the officials threw on that last drive, they didn't throw it there on a clear hold on the 2-point conversion try here. So now the Bengals have to try for an onside kick. 38 seconds left. And that's going to be a timeout coming from the Ravens here. And another face mask on Burrow not called. So it seems like the officials don't want to call face masks on the quarterback now. That seems what it's like in the league. It's like if you're a quarterback and have your face mask pulled, go fuck yourself. Good luck. Thanks to the referees union. I'm going to say this. Still, nobody to blame for this but the Bengals and their own mistakes. They should have never been in this position to begin with, but... Oh, I forgot to take away the... So here comes the onside kick. It's just spinning, but that goes... I don't know what the fuck that was. But that's the game, as the Ravens are going to be able to just kneel this sucker out. And by a point, the Baltimore Ravens are going to squeak by the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati now will be 4-6. The Ravens, lucky as hell to be 7-3 as they escape, thanks to the myriad of Bengals terrible play calls, mistakes, fumbles. First time two quarterbacks each had 8+ touchdown passes against each other in head-to-head matchups in one season between Lamar Jackson there and Joe Burrow. Another great, entertaining game between these two teams, but the Bengals on the short end of the stick. Zero Solar in the chat says the Ravens got away with murder, but the Bengals could have put this game to bed ages ago, and that's the thing. As much as you want to look at some calls here that were missed, and I think there definitely were some, and you want to look at, other factors. To me, the biggest factor of this game was the Bengals killing themselves. They did it to themselves with the fumble, with the play calling, with the weird 3rd and 4th and short plays where you're throwing deep balls that are low percentage ones on the boundaries that actually, even if they were caught, they were going to be out of bounds. Like it was bad play calling. I'm just it's again. Great game. It was an entertaining game. It was a fun game to watch, but the Bengals shot themselves in the foot, healed it up, bandaged it up very nicely, and then they went and they shot themselves in the other foot. That's what it was. So the Ravens, again, able to survive. And listen, like I said, at the end of the day, did the Ravens look good in this game? No. Did they need the Bengals to basically hand them the game to win? Yes. But did they win? Yes. And at the end of the day, that's what counts and that's what matters. And it's the NFL. It's not college. You don't have to look pretty. All you have to do is get that win column. And right now, they got 7 wins in that one column and only 3 in the other one. And if the Steelers don't beat Washington on Sunday, the Ravens will have sole possession of first place in the AFC North. So we'll see what happens then on Sunday. But as for us here, we will be back tomorrow for the Friday forecast. Me and Jimbo will give you our picks for this upcoming Week 10. God, we're already in the double digits of the weeks. It's going by too fast. I don't like it. But we will be here to give you our predictions and our picks for Week 10. And that'll be tomorrow sometime in the afternoon, probably around 4-ish. If I'm going to be honest with you, and we'll see how the tooth feels. Maybe I'll be there, maybe I won't. I want to be there. I want to be, obviously more consistent This thing has been a son of a bitch. So we'll see what happens with that. But I want to thank you all for joining us here tonight on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, my name has been King. If you liked any of this at all tonight that you've been watching with us, please make sure you hit that like button. If you've been watching along and you're not subscribed yet, come on over. Come on, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out, helps us get closer to that 200 mark. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting us in all that you do. If you want to help us out a little bit more tangibly, if you will, we have a link for our donation station in the description below this video, along with our merch store. New merch coming in there all the time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching us. For Hamster, for Zero Solar, ELS, who is always in our chat, Pecan, Chief Asset, everybody who's been in the chat. I want to thank Josh the Great was in there, I believe, earlier as well. Again, thank you guys so very much for joining us here. Again, my name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Adios.